Alright. I believe I am properly live now. Let me see what the latency is like. Let me switch to this and see how long it takes for that to happen. About 5 seconds or so. Okay, a little bit longer. I like it to be shorter, but that's fine. Yeah, just a change of scenery, but I think we're good. Yo, what's up? I'll go into my whole intro spiel on how this whole thing worked for me. Once we start getting more people, though, I wanna at least give everyone like a few minutes to start piling in. All right, looks like it's good here. Yo, what's up? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Alright. I apologize for any background noise. It's it's evening time, but there's still traffic, But I think you probably shouldn't hear any noise. Yeah, I'm now noticing how many European viewers I have with how many people who are complaining about this stream time. Because if you're here in America, this is like the perfect time, right? Because like if you're in the East Coast, then this is 5 o'clock. This is right when work is all done. And if you're in West Coast, it's 2, which is like a little bit less good. But anyone who has like school and stuff is getting done. So yeah, okay. I think we're gonna. I don't know. Do I want to start talking about things yet, or am I? Yeah, I might as well. Okay, so I don't really have a script here. I have some bullet points, but the big thing here is I'm gonna switch over to this tab. I made this document. It's in the description right now. You can click on it and view it, of course. Basically, I went through every single Final Smash in the game and tested its general functionality, be it, damage dealt, kill percent, knockback type, all that stuff, I just went through the entire roster and, just wrote down some stuff. Now, a lot of people were wondering what the tier list would be based around, and I ended up deciding on a more practical approach with Final Smash meter tournaments in mind. Granted, it's kind of hard to do that, building up a Smash meter and then testing that out. That sucks for testing, dude. That takes forever. Even doing this with Smash Balls took me so long to do. So yeah, all the data you see here is based off of a Smash Ball amount of knockback and damage, but there are conversions to be made to find out how it works for Smash meter specifically. I guess I could have done that on my own, but I didn't even initially planned on releasing this public. This was just for my purposes for making the whole thing. So yeah, basically 1v1 scenario on competitive stages. Anything that you would see in a competitive tournament, just with Smash meter turned on. This isn't necessarily going to be a Smash meter tournament viability chart overall, though, because the thing that people need to remember is that you don't have the Final Smash all the time, right? Actually, I think you only get I don't know. I haven't seen too many VODs, but I think you'd probably only get 2, maybe 3 Final Smashes per round, right? So here, let me. So it doesn't really matter exactly. Hold on. It doesn't really matter what a character's normal base viability is for this, because that's just gonna make it different. So for example, okay, we already know that Zelda's Final Smash is S tier, right? That's just a spoiler alert. Wow, Zelda's right up here. But in normal tier lists, for competitive tier lists, she's down here. So does that make her up here all of a sudden? No, because she's still gonna have not a Final Smash for most of the round. Whereas Sonic, who has a not good Final Smash, down here or whatever, he dominates most tier lists. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually kind of out of date on that regard, but yeah. Oh yeah, no, you can't see. Sorry, you can't see my cursor. Actually, no, I don't want to change that because the way I have it set up, you'll be able to see my cursor when I'm in a different window. But basically, Zelda is usually S tier in Final Smashes. We already know that. Sonic is usually like low tier, D, F, C, whatever you want to put him. He's low tier in Final Smashes. But, for non-Final Smash scenarios, Sonic is probably top 5. Yeah, top 5, top 2, that, yeah. And Zelda is not anywhere near there. And in a competitive environment, you're going to have you're basically never going to have a Final Smash, right? It's only going to happen like 2 times, right? Now, that can be very important because you can maybe get 1 or even 2 stocks with that. But no, my screen isn't frozen. It's here. Yeah. It's just I don't have my cursor showing right now. Here, let me actually put it on this thing then. Probably be a little bit better. So yeah, basically, I guess I should have a script for this process, shouldn't I? But yeah, I'm looking at it from competitive perspective, just because I felt like that was the more interesting, right? Like if I was trying to base this around, I don't know, vibes. This was a vibe tier list. I feel like that just get boring. I'd be like, oh, this sucks. Put it in D tier or whatever, right? Like that's just kind of boring. So yeah, a viability thing. Yep. And this is also important to note, because, in these competitive environments, it's a 1v1 on, competitive stages. But a lot of Final Smashes are sort of half-balanced in a way to where they can hit multiple characters, but are slightly weaker to compensate for that, right? So there's a lot of extremely powerful Final Smashes that you can just use on one person. And that's why they're really strong, is because you're like doing a lot of damage on just one dude. But in 1v1, it doesn't really matter that you can do that because you can only do that on one dude. Pause. Okay, but yeah. So this whole document process, it was mostly just me, documenting basic damage, basic KO percents, and just combo ability because that's important for Final Smashes, being able to combo into them. Some Final Smashes get an extra bonus point because you don't really need to use any combo or anything. You just use them the moment you get them because Final Smashes not only take up your special move slot, but they also only last for a few seconds or so. Not a few seconds. It's like what? How long is it again? Like 30 seconds or so. But yeah, you have a time limit. So any Final Smash that you can just use is good. But yeah, we're technically started right now. I'm just sort of going into an intro preamble, just so everyone knows. So yeah, basically competitive environment and all the stats that you'll see here, all the data that you're going here. I'm not gonna go over all the hard numbers in this actual stream process because that'll take forever, and I don't think it's really necessary. So if you want to read through this while we're going through the process, just to get an idea of what these variables are, that you can totally do that. I'm going to be going through these things more quickly because I don't really need to repeat myself. But yeah, these things are here if you want to see them. It's pretty, I wouldn't say imprecise entirely, but it's a little bit haphazardly placed together because again, I did not intend to make this public until later in the process, but it is what it is. And yeah, and you can see you can read the intro stuff too here as well, but basically let me turn this on. All tests, it's falling asleep. All tests were done against a Mario CPU. KO tests were done in the center whenever possible, and with no DI or anything. I just wanted to keep everything as consistent as I could, just to get an idea. Originally this document was going to be specifically to rank all the cutscene Final Smashes together, just because I thought it would have been interesting to see how inconsistent the knockback and damage from all cutscene Final Smashes are, despite how similar their activation is. But yeah, I decided to just do it for everything. Why not, So yeah, I think I might as well just actually start getting into the actual tier list process, because we got Mario here, right? Everyone loves Mario. This is a good way to start. So when you see Mario's Final Smash, it'll be something like this, right? Something like that. It's wow. Oh, that sucks. I hate Mario. So what tier do we think Mario's Final Smash is going to be, right? Let me do that again. Let me be a little bit closer here. I'll give him a little bit of something. There you go. Whoa! Whoa! Well, here's the thing about Final Smashes. Yeah, exactly. That's a 0%. But here's the thing. You see this Final Smash, right? And you go, wow, that covers a lot of ground. Surely it's meant to be a long-range Final Smash, right? You're supposed to use it from far away and cover a lot of space. But, like, here's the thing. If I were, let's pretend I'm Fox right now. If I were to use Fox's Final Smash right here, it would completely miss, obviously. And that would suck. 0% is way less than however much percent I get here. So, obviously, as a Fox, I would not use my Final Smash right here. I would use my Final Smash right here, right? And I think a lot of people sort of neglect that, not just for Mario, but for a lot of characters, that Final Smashes aren't always just something that you should use in a safe, consistent environment, like from all the way over here really far. Sometimes a Final Smash is something you're going to have to combo into, or like do a mix-up into, right? So let's say, like, obviously we're going to need to raise the percent a little bit here. Basically no character KOs at 0%, right? Let's give Mario... let's go 25%. Once you look through the document, you'll see 25% is a pretty standard KO power for him, right? So, and I'm going to be close range, you know? Yoink. And he's dead. He's dead at 25%, right? 25% is not shabby. So let's see. I'm going to put my control thing on, and I have my second controller here. Yep. So let's see, green. So here, I'm gonna use the move right here, right? And I'm gonna try an SDI upwards or anywhere I can. Use it, and I'm gonna try an SDI, get out of here if I can. I barely get out, sure. But that wasn't because of SDI, it's because the move ended. But want to see something funny that can like help out a little bit more? Let's say I do this. That's a true combo right there. That's a true combo, and I'm dead. That's just like I can't escape that. I can't do anything against that now, right? This is why it's important to try and factor in a character's toolkit. Mario has a really good down throw for this. You can just down throw someone, even like let's change the percent even higher, you know. Mario can just down throw someone. I was inputting air dodge there. And the air dodge didn't come out because it's a true combo, and I was spamming SDI, DI, all that, and we're gone. Yeah. Let's try it again. They are like, oh, let's say like, well, maybe they're being wary of grabs, right? Okay, falling there. And if I actually hit it right, and you can imagine that just combos into it. I don't even need to do it. You know that combos into it because this Final Smash comes out quickly and it has a pretty good initial hitbox. I'm SDIing, I'm DIing, I'm doing everything I should be, and it's still KOing. So, already we've got a Final Smash that has... Sorry, there's a noise in the background. We already have a Final Smash that has a really easy combo. You know, I can land with falling there, do a grab, a few pummels down a throw, and then do that. And I'm going to be spamming trying to get out of here. And I do at like mid-stage 25%, right? But that's it. If I go to the percent range that you'd see from more Final Smashes and do something similar, easy. You know, I don't need the nair or the grab. I'm just doing that because I can, right? But yeah, KOs 30%. This is the type of thing that I think a lot of people just kind of forget about. Mario, if you consider Mario's Final Smash to be akin to a cutscene Final Smash, where you need to be in an activation range before use, therefore you need to try and combo into it. His Final Smash is suddenly really powerful. Like, that is not an early, or not a late percent to get a KO. It does suck to not have fireballs. Like, the Final Smash replacing your neutral special is like a thing, right? But yeah, that's a good attack. And then the best thing, right? For higher percent ranges. Now let's say I'm 80. I think combos, like, you know, obviously you can do a falling nair, still works, right? Everyone, that's obvious. But I don't even need to do that anymore. Yes, you can up air into it too. You can back air. Basically, any falling aerial with Mario will work. I don't need to test the entire thing, right? That'll take forever for the cast. But then, yeah, you get that. Now it's like, see, like when you have higher percent, the hits of the Final Smash combo into each other a lot better. So this covers all percents. You know, if you're at lower percent, then you can combo into it with very easy ways. You know, falling aerials, down throw, all that stuff, that's perfectly fine. Or once you get to higher percent, then you can just use it normally and it covers a lot of space and it gets KOs that way. So I think while a lot of people consider this Final Smash to be really low tier, I don't know. Looking at the entire cast, this is B tier, right? This is what you'd want from a Final Smash. You know, good range and viability. You'd want to combo into it, but it covers a lot of things and it is good. I think it hits a little bit behind, but I don't think it's that much actually. So yeah, that's Mario. So yeah, mid, right? It's like, the thing is, okay, actually let me turn on my cursor real quick. I can do that with this, right? Yeah. Go away. So basically, each tier is like pretty close to the one next to it, right? So a B tier Final Smash isn't that much worse than an A tier Final Smash, and vice versa. I think a lot of Final Smashes are good, okay? A lot of Final Smashes are viable to some capacity. You know, if you use the Final Smash in the right way, you can probably get a good KO. If you use the Final Smash in a perfect way, you can probably KO at 0%. I think every character has something like that. But, you know, I didn't want to just lump them all into one category, so, you know, B tier is like what you'd expect from a Final Smash, something that you'd want, you know? It has good coverage, good range, and it's awesome. A tier would be better than that, you know? It has maybe better versatility, better combos, better KO power. And S tier is for the best of the best, you know, has everything good, you love it, you love to have it, and it's enough to potentially boost the character an entire tier overall. Yo, thanks for the donation. Kirby's your favorite character? Yeah, Kirby's pretty cool. Actually, when we get to his Final Smash, I am gonna praise that a little bit because he has a pretty cool Final Smash and combo. But yeah, I really appreciate the donation. Wow. Yeah, so I think as we'll get through this whole process, you're gonna see why Mario is actually a B tier Final Smash, right? And then we get to I don't need to spend forever on Mario, but we'll get to Dr. Mario here. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of waiting periods in here. That's just what it's like. So how's the stream quality and audio and all that? I am not watching, but there we go. Yeah. Okay, so let's do the same test. I think one thing I found out for Dr. Mario is that down throw, you get sent a little bit higher up, right? So it doesn't combo in as well, but luckily forward throw works just fine. I can't mash out of that. I can't DI, and I'm dead. Cool. All right. So it's still pretty good. Dr. Mario is the same case. I think if I had to choose a better one, I think maybe Mario, because I think Mario just has better combo versatility overall, but it's, you know, it's not really a difference. I'm gonna put him in B tier. You know, makes sense. Again, anything in B tier is a good Final Smash. It could have its faults. I think it does, but it's good. I think you could jump after down throw and cover more range, but it's honestly not necessary when forward throw exists, right? Forward throw is perfectly fine there. Okay, who's next? Donkey Kong. Oh, I like Donkey Kong. All right. This is a type of Final Smash that I will call the heavyweight Final Smash, I guess. It's I don't know, and not even all heavyweights have this kind of Final Smash, but basically it's a Final Smash where the activation range is kind of small. Not that small, but, you know, smaller than others. And it is strong. That's 75% almost. And as you can see in the document, it KOs really early. But the thing is, I didn't notice that many combos. Like, if you could, like, use Cargo Throw and combo that into a Final Smash, then, you know, that would obviously be insane, right? I don't know if this combo is from release, though. I tried it a lot. The reason why I comboed this is because I, you know, wasn't controlling anyone. Cargo Up Throw, huh? Cargo Up Throw. Do you jump too, or? Oh, barely. Yeah, this is okay. Another thing I need to point out, obviously, is I mentioned this in the document as well. I am not an expert with the entire cast, right? I'm gonna have plenty of blind spots. This is another reason why I decided to stream it, is because I knew chat members would have a little bit more knowledge to fill in those gaps. But yeah, let me see. So like, do you jump or do you just do that? Because I don't actually. Okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my usual thing. Yes, I have to use 2 controllers with you know, one hand. That's kind of funny. All right, so you know. Wow, that actually hits from there. I was holding air dodge too, so yeah. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, let's do this. Oops. Yeah, okay, I was buffering air dodge that entire time and it didn't work out, so yeah, that just KOs. But here's the thing, like, that's a cool combo, right? But I need to make sure it actually works at more percents, because let's say you're Donkey Kong, you get your final smash, and you know, the opponent is not at 0%, well then the combo might not work. Yeah, see? That's important to know too. Like, having a 0 to death is really cool, but the opponent's not always going to be at 0%. And yeah, I think at that point, actually, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try a double jump here. Oh, that works too. I was buffering air dodge there and that still works. The fact that, okay, whoa. Hold on. Yeah. And down tilt would obviously work too, right? Oh, wait, hold on. See, that time, I think I was just a little bit slow there. It's not easy doing this with 2 hands, or, you know, oops. It's not easy doing this whole thing with just, you know, your one person. Yeah. I think it's going to get tighter than that, though. Because, like, okay, 40% is still really cool. That's still insanely cool, right? Let's do this, though. Oh, yeah, okay. So I think once you get past, like, the 50% range, you can't combo into this anymore with grab, right? Or can ya? No. Honestly, I'll say this is a lot better than I was expecting because of that, though, right? 50%, yeah, 50% of the final smash just kills. That's the thing, though, right? Like, it's not just about getting a KO with the final smash, it's about landing it in the first place, because, like, you know... Wow, wait, I was spot dodging, that's funny. But yeah, like, you need... It's important to have ways to, like, you know, guarantee the combo, I guess you could say, because... If not, then it's just a bunch of mix-ups. And this is a pretty small ranged final smash, so... You know, you want a way to combo into it, basically. And yes, grab release, that's not real. I will mention this in the later part. It is not real for all attacks. Because, like, if they do that, right? I'm pretty sure that's real for the entire cast. If you do a grab release, and, you know, they land out of the grab release like that. Okay, I'm going to be spamming air dodge, or whatever, right? Or dodge. I think if you buffered it perfectly, you might be able to get a spot dodge, but the spot dodge might be so slow that you can barely do it, right? But here's the thing. If you mash with jump, it's not gonna work anymore, right? So don't worry about that. That's why I think some characters with a big enough activation hitboxes can cover that as well, but it's still not as good. But yeah, Donkey Kong has a lot. Has a lot going on. You can bury them too. Yeah, donk. If you do that, well, congratulations, you just won, right? Yeah, he has a lot of routes. It's pretty funny. But one thing you notice is that, like, being able to have a 0 to death is super cool. I didn't even know that he had that. So yeah, that's why is it hit from there? That's so dumb. That's super cool, right? But, you know, less versatility, you know. Almost every single character in the game has a way to combo into their cutscene final smash, I'll say that. And the difference of being able to KO at 0% isn't always a huge thing. Like, his final smash is super strong, but, like, that strength only outweighs himself compared to the other ones for a little while. However, I don't know, now that I think about it, oh, that cargo throw combo is super cool. Yeah, 0 to 40 and then you have other moves. Because like, I don't know, once you get past that 0 to 40, he doesn't have any throw combos at all, right? He has side B and he has landing aerials, but a lot of characters have landing aerials and that type of thing that can lead into their combo, to their final smash as well. I feel he's guaranteed A tier, right? He has to be A tier for sure. But whether or not he gets to S tier, it's hard to say. Right, it's hard to say. If you can get this whole scenario at 0%, it's really good, right? It's super good, but this is gonna be one of those moments where I feel like I can see myself going back and forth. A tier is really good spot. I think, because you're gonna see as we go throughout all the characters, that there's a lot of final smashes that, you know, do something similar, right? Where you can do a down throw or whatever throw and you get a KO near 0%, right? A lot of characters have something like that, so I don't know. Also, yes, I need to make sure we know that these are for like general use, not for specific matchups. So like if Donkey Kong was against Sonic, for example, that would suck. He probably wouldn't be able to get a grab anyways. He could be easily stalled. But I'm trying to keep it more general. Like if there's like a counterplay that most of the cast can do against him, then that's worth considering. But you know. But yeah, I think he belongs in, I think, A tier. I'm gonna leave him A tier for now. And if I look it back and decide that that cargo throw thing is just too insane, I'll put it in S tier. Okay. I don't want to spend that much time on each character though, because then this whole stream is gonna take a billion years. Nitrum, you would be surprised. Like, okay, a decent amount will be on A tier, but a lot are also on B tier. That because like I just want to like echo again the point. A lot of Final Smashers are going to be in these three tiers, right? Ones that are strong and have great combos, ones that are pretty strong and have decent combos, and ones that are situational or niche but are potentially still good, right? These are all technically good. I just wanted to split them up in some way. Even the ones that are going to end up being in F tier are situational, I guess I'll say. So yeah. Okay, let's go to Link already. Let me turn this on again. Also, I'm working with a lot of tabs here. I have another document detailing my thoughts as well, but yes. So, Link's Final Smash is pretty cool. It's got pretty good KO power and whatnot, but I found that he doesn't actually have that many combos into it, right? He does have some though. Don't forget that it's extremely fast and he has things to do. Like let me see here. Let me like get it to a more reasonable percent, right? Boom, 25%. That's a combo, but let me. I'll have that turned on. There we go. Let's do that. Buffer air dodge, that didn't work. That's a decent low percent combo, right? This KO's at decent range, I mean. But yes, anyone with this type of nair, they can basically guarantee their final smash, right? That is just a thing. So yeah, any character with this kind of thing, this kind of attack, and has a decent final smash on paper, they're gonna be B tier. Just automatically assume that, right? Well, almost at least. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Let me try down throw though. What does down throw look like again? Yeah, like that. Okay. No, you see, this final smash is surprisingly skinny. I don't think. Let me see. You can probably DI forward throw upwards, and that'll make it not work anymore. Yeah. So forward throw is very inconsistent as well. We need to remember DI is a thing for these throws, right? We need to remember that. Oh, I accidentally turned around. I guess that would technically work for lower percents if you can like. Oh, I keep turning around. Okay, that time didn't work, but yeah. The final smash is like strong, right? But it's extremely skinny of a hitbox, which makes it hard to actually like consistently land. You could obviously just use projectiles and not be terrible at the game like me, and that'll work out, but I think this is pretty hard to land. It's strong, but not that much stronger than others, you know, given the fact that it's hard to land. Because, okay, here's the thing about F-throw being able to be extended. Let's say I DI up and hit that. Cool, that's awesome. You know, you covered their DI upwards and stuff. But then let's DI down. Oops. Oops, wrong one. Let's DI downwards. Now me trying to jump and cover it didn't work. You'd have to react for sure, and I think that reaction could make it, you know, a little bit harder. So yeah, basically it becomes a mix-up, and that is not the greatest. You're gonna notice that for a few other characters, especially one that I get told about a lot, but yeah. So Link doesn't have too many combos specifically into it. He has a lot of ways to make it easier to land, so it's definitely not bad, but I think I'm gonna have to, let me see. Until I learn more specific and consistent ways to land it, I'm going to put it in C tier just because it's really easy to miss. Super easy to miss, less consistent. And that's another way to show off what C tier is like. C tier Final Smashes are still good, right? These are still good Final Smashes. They have potential to do good things, but, you know, not as consistent. I think D tier would be a fair idea, but I'm being a little bit generous just in the sense that the attacks I have in mind for D tier are a lot worse. Alright, who's next? Samus, right? Samus! Yeah, Samus and Dark Samus. I like these Final Smashes, honestly. I'm not even gonna, like, bring up Dark Samus here. You can just know that it's the same, right? Yeah, they, you know, usual decent % range or something. Yep. So yeah, these are your Samus, down throw. Yeah, you can air dodge a little bit, but you just get pulled in. And oops, oh, you died. I think forward throw. Actually, no. Let me. Here. Yeah, see, because like the activation hitbox has like a sort of gravity effect, and I could even jump after using it. And that covers basically everything, right? Like, I jumped a little bit too high for that to work, but yeah, you can just do that. Yeah, if I get my opponent off stage, oops, and yeah, you did. Obviously, some characters are going to be able to work around that. They have better recoveries, better mobility and stuff, but not only does Samus have combos into the Final Smash, like that's a thing, right? I could air dodge, I could jump, but it's so big that it doesn't really matter what I do. That's not a true combo, right? Yeah, like you technically don't need to combo into it. Like we know, having a combo is very nice. So yeah, I still think that this is really good though. It has good combos potential. Like, sure, you can air dodge, but then yeah, cool, you grab ledge, you're dead. There's just a lot. It's got solid KOing power, right? Good damage and stuff. I don't want to linger too long on these Final Smashes. I'm just gonna put them in A tier. Put her in A tier. Yeah, these are great. I think. Cause like, you know, it covers a lot of options. Not only does it have good combos and KO power, but you know, you don't even need the KO or you don't even need a combo or anything. It has great ledge coverage and yeah, you can aim it. So yeah, that's a good one. Next up, who is next up? Yoshi. Yoink. Okay, here's Yoshi's. If you look at the document, you'll see this is kind of a weird one. I noticed that Yoshi's Final Smash had inconsistent knockback type. I'm gonna see if I can try and get it to happen here, but yeah, I'm gonna put my controller on control, and I'm not gonna hit anything. I'm gonna try and use the Final Smash from the same spot. Ooh, you stepped on Skadoosh. That was powerful. You got sent horizontally pretty far, right? That's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep trying again just to see if I can get the thing that I saw to happen, because I thought it was weird. Yeah, right there. The knockback was entirely different. I'm not holding anything on either controller when I do this. My positioning was the exact same, and yet the Final Smash had the same, or had a different knockback for some reason. Obviously, I don't think that really matters. It's still pretty decent, you know. But yeah, Yoshi has a good. I think it's a good Final Smash because, like, you know, for one, it's a cutscene Final Smash. Those tend to be good. You know, you can do that kind of thing, landing there, and then boom, you got that combo as well. Okay, I really do want to like test out if it's like depends on what kind of Yoshi like ends the Final Smash. That's something for like a random facts video, but for now it doesn't really matter. The range is actually pretty small of how much it varies. And let me see. I'm gonna pull up this thing. These are notes for me as well because I took a lot of notes and I need to remember what I said. Plenty of ways to combo into. Wow, that really helps me. Thanks. Okay, so okay, it goes pretty far. I guess forward throw. Yeah, that was actually a surprisingly large hitbox. I guess forward throw is a thing. Yeah, this goes. This is a lot longer than you'd think. It goes all the way from over, almost half. Like it's a little bit over halfway the stage. Like I don't know, 5/8 or something. I'm going to test out air dodging forward throw. Yeah, that works. That works pretty well actually. Yeah, it's a good combo throw. He's got landing aerials. This is another example of a Final Smash that's just solid, you know? A Final Smash that just does what it wants to do. This is why I think a lot of Final Smashes are going to be in B tier, but that's why, you know, you have a lot of ways to combo into the Final Smash. It has pretty good range and it has pretty good KO power. It's going to be B tier, right? Yoshi has a lot of falling aerials that you can use into the Final Smash and like a semi-consistent throw that also works. So yeah. I was going to put music in here, but I kind of wanted to put music in for like when I'm actually editing the highlight video. That sucks actually. I wish I... Oh well, I'll get for future streams. I'll try that. I guess I could use I don't know. Is Victini faster than just using a Smash Ball? I don't know. But yeah, okay. Who's next? Kirby. Yes, this is I like Kirby. Okay. Here's what I like about Kirby. All right. Hold on. Alright. That works. Guaranteed combo. Probably not gonna KO, right? But, you know, it's a pretty easy combo. And you go all the way up here. Forward throw is just so good. Forward throw basically guarantees the combo, right? There's nothing, it's just the activation hitbox is really big and fast. Forward throw has such consistent, you know, knockback range and stuff. You're gonna get a combo in here. See, like he got sent all the way up there and it still works because yoink. So there we go. That alone is insane, right? The KO power is a little bit lower than other Final Smashes. But, oof. I don't know, dude. This is a good Final Smash. Is this A or B tier though? I feel like it's definitely A tier. It's definitely A tier because like, you know, even if you don't get a grab, right? Like oops. Hold on, wrong input. Yeah, I'll die here. Even if you don't get a grab hitbox, you can, you know, trip or do whatever that. You can do down air and that works too, very easily even. It's yeah, it's almost hard not to get this Final Smash to land and it's strong enough. Yeah, easy A tier. Okay, so you'll see here, I have all three of the Star Fox characters together. Obviously, they're all cutscene Final Smashes, right? So I'll pick Fox for now. Yoink. So you'd think that all of these Star Fox characters would have basically the same Final Smash, right? You know, you yoink and you hit him from over here even. Whoa, and then there's a cutscene. Yo, isn't that crazy? Isn't that so cool? Boom. Awesome. Well, the Final Smashes vary in a few ways that I think are important. Oh my god, just hit that. It's just Fox right here, yep. So, you know, I feel like I don't even need to say that there's combo potential here, right? Yoink. Forward throw works for lower percents. It's once you get to mid percents, it doesn't work as well. But these characters have all of them have combos, right? Pretty easily. They differ though, because I'll bring up Falcos real quick. There he is. Yeah, the amount of health a Smash Ball has in training mode is super low. So like, you know, you could fail to break it, but usually most characters can break it pretty easily. You know, this is some 10%. All right. Yeah, down throw. I forgot. Yeah, down throw for Falco works super easily. Time for a little payback. And they get sent upwards. See, that's a pretty big difference, right? It kind of balances out though. Like, you know, like Fox can have easier KOs here, but if Falco has a good jump combo, he can get easier KOs like here, or if it's on Battlefield, right? So that's something to consider. And then you get someone like Wolf. Where's my Wolf? Where's Wolfie Wolf? There you are. Yeah, I agree. I think Falco's synergy is a lot better. I don't know though, you could also say that about Fox, because like Fox likes to go running back and forth, so he could like, you know, he could easily get you to the ledge or something and get a combo there, which is also important. But here's, you know, Wolf's, right? I'm just gonna say it, you can look at the stats, document, whatever. Wolf's is just stronger than all the other ones, like in general. Boom. See? It's just stronger. It deals more damage, it KOs earlier. It's not by like a huge margin, but it does. And I think his combo potential is a little bit better. Let's see, his down throw, actually I can't remember when the range ends, but it's just, down throw works. Down throw just works until like, you know, 70% or so, right? I think for Falco and Fox, it's a little bit less consistent. You know, it's still consistent enough, and all of these characters have combos, right? They're very combo-oriented characters. It's so easy to get these final smashes, but having a more consistent grab and a stronger final smash, this is where we get into the difficulties of actually ranking these things, because, like, is Wolf going to be a tier higher or no, right? Because if these aren't necessarily equally as good of final smashes, but this is one that I was kind of worried about getting into, because in my mind I feel like Wolf is the better of the three. I just don't know if it's a tier difference worth of being better, right? They're obviously all A tier though. Or maybe not though, right? Because like, I could see you making the argument that Fox and Falco are, I don't know. If we put like Yoshi and them in B tier, then maybe Fox and Falco can be in B tier too, and then Wolf in A, or something like that. I do think Wolf's is the better of the three, and I do kind of want to get that across, but I feel like Fox and Falco are also just so consistent, but they're less consistent, right? The throws don't work as well, and you've only got aerials, so... Let me see. Maybe I'll put them all... Because in my notes, I put these two in B tier, and Wolf in A tier. Because I think there's just less potential for these two characters compared to Wolf, but they still have potential. I think for now I'll put them all in A tier and put Wolf much higher up. Not much higher up. I'm not really ordering within the tiers that much. I'm doing it somewhat, but not too much. And welcome to the stream. And thanks for catching it. Thanks for catching as much as you can. I know the European times are struggling here. So yeah. It doesn't really matter whether or not it's reactable. Let me turn my fan a little bit. It's getting hot in here. It doesn't really matter whether or not it's reactable because you're going to try and combo into it anyways, right? You're going to want to do that for most Final Smashes anyways. Just using it out in the open is not good for basically any Final Smash. So, you know, you're going to want more consistent ways to actually use your Final Smash. Like, oh, wait, it's my second controller. Yeah, so like, I think, I don't know if you're getting that from Alpharad's video or not, because I know in the Alpharad video, like 5 years ago, they brought up that as well, how if you're both in the air, you can react to it, right? That sucks. But, you know, in a competitive environment, you're not usually just trying to throw things out randomly, right? Especially for a Final Smash, you want something a little bit easier, and grab is super easy, and now you got it. So, yeah, I think it's definitely something to consider. The whole John boy. So yeah, they've all got good combo throws. If I'll leave it like that for now, and let's just move on to Pichu and Pikachu in them. All right, so let's see. Yeah, there's gonna be these moments of silence while I get things organized. I have a lot of windows and stuff. Okay, so. What do we think Pikachu's Final Smash is like? One thing I noticed about Pikachu's is that there's actually a lot of startup to it, right? So like, yeah, I don't really. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like this Final Smash. Because like you have like this startup, right? It has a really good range. It goes all the way that far, but it takes a little bit of time for it to get there. So let me see. Let me try and get a combo or something, right? Like I could do that. Nope. It takes so long to actually get started that like you can just air dodge even after like a normal combo area, right? If you get it, if you see. Okay, wait, I didn't. Okay. How did I air dodge through that one? That sucks. Oops. Yeah. I'm gonna save you guys the headache of me going through every single move. I just noticed that like this, it's good when you land it, right? It's a strong Final Smash, and you know you have ways to combo into it, for sure. You have ways to combo into it, but these. You can you can feel my brain working here. Oh my god. Yeah, right now because okay, to be honest, I had this at C tier beforehand, right? I didn't realize you could just fall out when the initial thing happens though. It's lightning loop. Oh yeah, lightning loop. I remember that. Yeah. I don't know how to do this combos because I suck at the game and everything I do, but okay, so basically there are combos. It's the cutscene Final Smash-esque. It can't really be too bad, right? It's strong, you know, like there's ways to hit it and stuff. I'm gonna say, for the time being, I just want to clarify again. Anything in D tier kind of anything in D tier is really not good. Like again, spoiler, Ness and Lucas's are probably going to be in this range, right? But maybe not F tier. Maybe I should do D tier. Maybe I should spread it out a little bit more. Oh, I just kissed the mic a little bit. I'm gonna keep them C. That's the thing that's the conclusion I came to. C tier, you know, you can land it, you can combo kind of into it. It's strong, but it's just not very consistent. So yeah, that works. All right, next up is Luigi. Oh yeah, again, Pichu's Final Smash version is technically a little stronger, but you also deal self damage, and the difference isn't that high. So I think it's a little bit worse technically. But Pichu has his own combo kit. Yada yada. You don't need me to explain that. Okay, oh, my cursor was on the wrong thing. Never. Okay. All right. Doink. So I kind of like Luigi's Final Smash. This is another one of those combo or Final Smashes where even if you don't have true combos, you can, you know, still land the attack because of how extremely big the hitbox is, right? Like, you can't really dodge that if you're on stage. Like, you can maybe air dodge, but it's not that good. The thing is, the knockback isn't as high as you'd expect, though, right? The knockback is actually a little bit lower. But then you think, right, what? A down throw. Whoa. Luigi, the character who already has down throw to kill combos, has more down throw to kill combos. Yeah. What did I say I wanted the tier of this one to be? Yeah, yeah, so like this one has just a lot of coverage. It's hard for me to say that's bad, right? Its KO power is not what you'd expect from other similar Final Smashes, but that's just like how they balance it with the fact that it's so big. So like, let's say I am, you know, down throw. We already know that down throw works. Down throw works with literally, down throw works with literally everything. It's good, but can I try forward throw? I could try it. Let me see. At this percent, let me see. You can air dodge it, but one of the things I was able to avoid it there. Obviously, you can avoid it. It's not like impenetrable. This is where we start getting to the point where how big a Final Smash is matters, right? Because like Luigi has combos. We already know that he has very good combos. That alone is good. The KO power isn't as high necessarily, which is something to consider. So like maybe it couldn't be A tier, but at the same time it's really easy to use. You don't even need a combo, so I think if he's probably in B tier, but I would think that he's the higher end of B tier in my opinion. This sucks. There, I was gonna do that. Okay, so now we're getting to the PK kids, the PK Starstorm kids. There's actually a difference between these two, right? I don't think it's a big enough difference to actually, you know, change their tier or anything, but let me see. Ah, like how do I even test this, right? Like, actually, ooh. Did I keep this setting on? Did. All right, let's see how this level 9 CPU reacts to PK Starstorm. Oh, you got hit. Okay, one thing I've noticed is that CPUs, they don't even try and air dodge Final Smashes. They are so stupid. They suck so much at doing that. Okay, so basically, if you don't know the difference between these Final Smashes, Ness's is technically stronger, and the stars are technically bigger. And for either of them, you can sort of change where they go, right? But Ness's always comes out of the center of the stage, like right here. Whereas Lucas's, I'm gonna go all the way over to Lucas now. My man. Alright, let's just yoink. And Lucas's Final Smash is different. The stars are smaller and weaker, but you can control where they fall from, which makes us a lot better at edge guarding, right? Can you imagine trying to recover against that? I wish it didn't go diagonal against my wishes, though. I wish it could just go like straight down, because that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, no, being able to change exactly where you use where the stars come from, in my opinion at least, it makes Lucas's at least a little bit more versatile, a little bit better. Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, that covers all that. But still, you know, like he would have to be already off stage for that to work. And wanna know the funniest thing? Lucas's edge guarding is already insanely good. It's already crazy good edge guarding. You don't really need an entire Final Smash to edge guard an opponent, right? You really don't need an entire Final Smash to do what I just did right there. So I do still think Lucas's Final Smash is better than Ness's, but I don't think it changes its tier at all because, dude, you can just dodge it. These final smashes are so easy to dodge and they're not very strong. I think these are what are going to be the first D tier contenders, with Lucas's being better, but still D tier. Yes, you can make them go up. It's just, unfortunately, it's not very useful to do that. Okay, who's next? Captain Falcon. Ooh. Oh my god, we're almost an hour in and I've only gone through the first row. I'm gonna have to start speeding this up, I think. Especially now that we've already sort of established, the basics of finals. No, dude, using Lucas's correctly does not make it a B tier because you can't really combo into it. Okay, I can see a debate happening. I can see a debate happening right now. So, sure, with Lucas's Final Smash, you can control where the stars fall from. Makes it a little bit more viable for edge guards. One, not only do you already have plenty of tools to edge guard, but two, so many Final Smashes can be used to edge guard, right? Even the Final Smashes that suck are good for edge guarding. Edge guarding as a use for Final Smashes is not really that impressive, right? You can't combo into it. The only thing you can do is try and get him off stage. But, oh my god, I guess I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time on this one. Yeah, if you can move during them, that would be pretty good. Okay, so we're all in agreement that Ness is D tier, right? Ness is just, their stars are big, but they're so easy to dodge. But Lucas is. You can't combo into it, really. And like when you say it KOs at 0, any Final Smash KOs at 0 if you have the perfect scenario. Trust me, every single Final Smash in the game has a scenario where it can KO at 0%. It doesn't really mean anything. So like, oh, I get a combo, boom, yoing, yoing. No, it doesn't combo, and now I'm already, on stage again. It's useless. Okay, so stop being so close is what you say. It's like, oh, it's so hard to. Okay, when I use the Final Smash, I'm gonna pick up my controller and just do that instead. Alright. It's hard to aim and then play the game at the same time. You can see how this is hard for me to test out, right? Because like I can't just use the Final Smash, I have to angle it. But then like when I angle it, I need to like also be using the attack like this. Okay. So yeah, I just don't really get the vision, It's still really easy to fall out of, no matter where you're. Okay, so like the people who think Lucas's Final Smash should be a whole tier above Ness's, what is the specific strategy that you think should be used for it? That's what I want to know right now. That's what we need to, because I'm obviously willing to learn more. I don't know everything about these characters, but use it in the middle. Lucas's Final Smash in the middle? But then it's just worse Ness's. Remember, I'm not controlling my character right now. It's hard to do that 2 times, but... Okay, let me see. So yeah, now I'm on the other side. Oops. Let me bring it back over here. Oh, no, I can't do that. Oh, no. See? Trust me. I'm gonna need to actually see results first. Okay, guys, remember, this is not a free-for-all setting. This is basically this is Smash Meter tournament setting, 1v1s. A lot of Final Smashes are technically more useful in free-for-alls, but this is not really a free-for-all. So it's because like the other C tier Final Smashes, they're easier to dodge, but they have at least some combos into them and better KO potential. But yeah, no, let's keep it in D tier. I'm actually super intrigued about how diverse the reactions to this have been, though. It's so interesting to see. A lot of people are saying B tier, a lot of people are saying D tier, C tier, some A, some F. Dude, this is funny. I'm sticking with D tier because I think any Final Smash that you can't possibly combo into and doesn't have that much coverage is so easy to dodge. That's not very good. Its KO power isn't even that good. But yeah, whatever. We're moving on. I'm willing to change that if I, get proven. Okay, it's not one of the best Final Smashes in the game. That I can guarantee you. It's like maybe, I don't know, maybe in Free For All, maybe there's some sauce that I'm missing in Free For All, but there is no way it's the best outside. But I love the idea. I love the idea of it. All right. So next up, Captain Falcon. It's another one. Very easy KO power. Guess what? Down throw them. Wow, they get hit. They die. Basically, if a character already has a good combo throw and their Final Smash is fast enough, the throw will combo into the Final Smash as well. It's an easy A tier. Yeah, that's just exactly what it is. Here with that in my notes, right? Indeed. Yeah, an easy A tier. I don't need to stick on that one. We stuck enough time on the the Lucas stuff. I just put it right there. Yeah, let's just move on. And actually, we're moving on to the fun one, Jigglypuff here. Jigglypuff is I'm gonna move. I'm just off screen right now. I'm gonna move the Captain Falcon. Yeah, I think Falcon up here. That works. Whatever. Jigglypuff. Everyone already knows that this is an F tier, right? Okay, well, I just think it's so funny. I'm gonna use it like right here, cover as much of the stage as I can. Whoa! I basically asked to get hit by that. Because here's the thing, right? It has use. Right? Like let's say I knock someone off stage with it. Wait, no, it's still in control mode. It's still in control. Hold on. Let me put it to like stop so he tries to recover at least. Yep, that's a good edge guard, right? Boom. But here's the thing overall though. Like I said with Lucas, do you know how much of the cast can edge guard with their Final Smash? It's really not that hard. Basically, the entire cast can edge guard with their Final Smash. Like right there, that is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But then like there's another inconsistency, right? If a character has a good recovery, that doesn't matter. What just happened there doesn't matter. And actually, I want to see the idea of using it below the stage. That's kind of funny. I want to see what that does. Wait, that's kind of funny, actually. Wait, I didn't know it got that big from the stage. Hold on. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see what a level 9 CPU does against this. I want to see how they react. Okay, actually, that's not a really good example because, like, we've already seen CPUs don't actually know how to air dodge Final Smashes for some reason. So yeah, I just kind of want this to be an example. Every Final Smash in this game, every single one has a use case for it to be somewhat effective, right? Every single Final Smash can be used in a way that's effective. Every single Final Smash has something that's good. A little bit closer to I'm interested in the theory. I'm interested to theory craft this because I have limited knowledge already. Yes, even Rosalina. If you put the spoilers again, if you put the Grand Star right there, right on the ledge there, that basically does the same thing. That does the exact same thing. It blocks the ledge, and you can even act out of that one. Every single Final Smash has a use case, but we still need to rank them. We still need to put them up against each other, and yeah, there's got to be an F tier. I think Puff deserves to be an F tier. Now, here's the thing, though. Does Puff deserve to be an F tier, or does the Puff deserve to be a D tier, and we should get rid of the F tier? That's kind of the thing I've been debating beforehand, right? Because right now, I'm gonna spoil this again. Right now, I only have like I only have like 3 or 4 Final Smashes in mind for F tier, but yeah, I'll just do this. Why not? Why not? Why not? And also, don't worry, S tier is gonna get filled up pretty soon. We just haven't quite gotten there yet. But actually, we're gonna, spoiler alert, we're gonna get there pretty soon. Okay, so let's get to Peach and Daisy. We're getting exciting now. We're getting to the Peach and Daisy Final Smashes. Okay, what do we think? What do we think for Peach's Final Smash, y'all? In a competitive environment, what do we think of Peach's Final Smash? S tier. Okay, that's that's what we like to see. Yeah, you can't avoid this. If Peach is like on the half of the stage that you're on, you get hit with it. You don't need combos of this like this, right? I think some people have been thinking that I value combos too much. I don't always do that, you know? Like if a Final Smash can be used from a far enough distance and it works, then yeah. Let's say you get him off stage at all, in any context. No matter who the character is, they die at 0%. If they're off stage. Like Jigglypuff, like positioning could be done, you know, to get them to maybe, you know, get more consistent, but with Jigglypuff you could just dodge it as well. And that's kind of the only way you can use it. If you grab the ledge, here, let me do that. Grab the ledge, use it. The invincibility only lasts so long, and the Final Smash is a lot longer. You really can't dodge it entirely, and also you get a free 60 HP of healing, right? The only downside of this Final Smash is that you can mash out of it. Hold on, I sort of delayed the sleep there, hold on. Wait, what was even happening there? Hold on. There you go. You can put to sleep. And wow, actually I thought the mashing was supposed to be a lot. Yeah. Okay, yeah. If you're far away when the Final Smash lands, you can kind of mash and get out, maybe heal yourself, you know, but the thing is, here's the thing, right? Whether or not this is S or A tier, it's so easy to use that it has to be, I feel like, at least B tier, just because of how easy it is to use. Wait, it can be dodged if you grab and re-grab. I feel like that's not true if Peach is anywhere nearby, right? Yeah, because like the moment I let go of the ledge, I fall asleep, right? But I don't think this is B tier because that's just like the edge guarding thing is just one scenario that we can use it in. You can somewhat easily get them off stage and get a pretty guaranteed 0% KO. You can heal yourself for 60%, which in 1v1 is very important. And he's at 1%. He's at 0% right now, but you know, use it here. Mario falls asleep. Yada yada. Heal. Heal, heal. I actually don't know any Peach combos. Does Peach like have combos that like work at this percent? Put yourself into helplessness, fall asleep above the ledge, and then grab on the way down. Yeah, that does feel really specific though, because like if the Peach is smart at all, they'll try and get you in a position where you can't do that, you know? No, the question is not can you do an air dodge the first frame, because like, the Final Smash lasts forever, dude. Let's see. I got air dodge. Oh wow. I fall asleep anyways. Right? Now I'm healing 60%. You stay asleep for so long that you can kind of guarantee that you'll get them to a ledge, right? So the thing is, it has potential to be a 0 to death. It could heal you 60%. Okay, I'm not good enough at turnip combos to be trying to do that. I have not practiced that one little bit. Now I'm trying to think though. This is a super good Final Smash. I think it's at least an A tier Final Smash for me personally, just because of how overwhelmingly easy it is to use. Because a lot of Final Smashes, you need to like position yourself, right? But then you can just use it like right here, center stage. No matter where the opponent is, they get hit. Fall asleep for a long time. You can grab some health. Probably get a KO here if they're at mid percents. I don't know, dude. Because like that wouldn't change with Smash Meter, right? Like KOing at like 35% is somewhat weak compared to other Final Smashes we've seen, but it is so guaranteed. There's really not a way to mix this up. So I think, yeah, I think we're gonna get our first S tiers right here. This is one of those things where I am super curious to see how this would actually affect real matches. Yeah, S tier if you pull out a bomb. That's so true. Yeah, I think this is S tier. Then we get to Bowser. Yeah, free heals is good. Let's get to Bowser now. Obviously, Daisy's is the same. I don't need to say that. You're smart. You already know. I can see the argument for Peach and Daisy's Final Smash to be the to be A tier rather than S tier, depending on consistency and KO power. But I don't know. All right, next. Bowser. This one I am half and half on, right? This is okay. This is what I call a skill check, right? Obviously, no combos, no ways to guarantee this happens. You just use it whenever you get it, and then hope you hit it. Because the thing, it comes out fast. Bam! You can't react to that when he actually uses it. You have to just hit it, and it has good KO power. But the thing is, couldn't you just like air dodge at a similar time to when you think that they're gonna land it? Hold on, let me try and. Oh, sorry, it is not easy to do this as just one person. I'm fumbling here with two controllers, right? Okay, so. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me see. This is one that I just kind of want to see, Yeah. It's technically possible, but let me see what the range is like at least, Let me see what the amount of time. Because it's not like the Final Smash lasts forever. Oh, it lasts a while though. It's a little bit weaker in the second hits though, but yeah. The timer being finite is unfortunate, but you also can just use the Final Smash anywhere, which is its own bonus. It's got good range. Like if they do anything a little bit funny, you can react to that and hit them, right? What even happened there? So yeah. Yoink. Boom. Very big hitbox and is really strong, and you don't even need the combo. If okay, you guys want to see a funny tech? You guys want to see a funny tech here? This is gonna be funny. Hold on. Let me look at the stats I wrote down real quick. So it'll KO at 43% from the center of the stage, right? That's what I wrote down. 43%. Let me just. Let me just confirm that. I'll put it at 45%, right? 45%. Use this. And it'll KO with no DI, of course. It'll KO. So if you're up against a Bowser and you're below 50% and you're like worried about not being able to dodge it, go to the center of the stage and just crouch. Believe it or not, that should increase your viability by quite a bit, or your survivability. Let me try at 60%. Actually, no, 60%. 60 is when the insta-KO happens, so like 59%. Let me try this. Let me see if this actually works, dude. If you don't think you can dodge it, dude. Oh wait, hold on. I let go of crouch. Hold on. Oops. Okay. I just think this is really funny. If you can actually like dodge this outside of the instant KO range. Oh, see, someone's getting sent to the hospital now. No. Okay. But okay. It does at least really help you survive. And like you have to admit, 50% is kind of weak, even if it's you know, it can be used anywhere because like, boom. Oh, I'm trying to recover with one hand. Okay, that doesn't work. But yeah, you survived at 50% from center stage, and then with Smash Meter, it's even lower. So even though it's really pretty easy to land from anywhere, it's not really going to KO, especially if the opponent knows what they're doing. Okay, I'm going to, like, while I'm thinking about this, I'm going to move on to Pit. These aren't the only Final Smashes where you go into the background and you have, like, a cursor or whatever on the screen, whatever, but these are the only Final Smashes that are basically just Dragoon, right? And yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on out there, I think. It depends on which side of you are on Bowser's Fist. But yeah, you know, Pit's has a much smaller hitbox. Considerably smaller, actually.
Boss, look, let's go.
Oh my god, I got the Phantom hit. That's insane. Okay, so yeah, no, Pit's Final Smash, I feel like it's a lot harder to land because of how small the hitbox is, right? But it's also just a lot stronger. This KO's way earlier than Bowser's. Way earlier. I wouldn't necessarily say it's faster. They're both really quick once you like decide to land the hit, right? But yeah, let me put them at like 25% and make it a level 9 CPU. Let's see how the CPU reacts to this. Yeah, so like the range isn't bad. I just feel like it's gonna be a little bit harder to hit, but that's the thing. Which one's better, right? Bowser's easier to hit, less KO power by a pretty considerable amount. Pit's is harder to hit, kind of, but still not too hard and way more damage. But then, like, let's say you're at a percent range where it's like, you know, let's say you're at above 50%, right? If you're above 50%, which could happen a lot of the time, Bowser's is just kind of straight up better because his is probably going to have an easy time KOing anyways. And then you can just hit it easier. Whereas Pit, you know, now you're stuck in a position where you have a stronger Final Smash where the strength doesn't matter. Anyone see that Mario just dash dance in front of my cursor? Yeah, so like you'll have a Final Smash that's stronger, but in a setting where the strength doesn't matter as much, and now it's just harder to use, right? I think I like the consistency of Bowser's a lot more, but I think it's a give and take, you know? So yeah, no, the level 9 CPUs are so stupid. Okay, yeah, so I think they're both B tier personally, because with Pit's it's a lot easier to dodge because of how small the cursor is, and there are ways to deal with it, right? So yeah, put them in B tier. I think I like Bowser's more because it's more consistent, but yeah, You can use them anywhere, right? Using them anywhere is really good. I like that a lot. All right, ice climbers. Hope y'all watched my video about ice climbers and smash meters, because yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. So here's, yeah, what do we think ice climbers is gonna be at? You can use it anywhere. It's pretty cool. People remember that you can push the thing, right? I'm gonna use it a few times here, and I want to see what people have in mind for it, right? Oops, I hit the thing. It's, yeah. It's very inconsistent, right? Because like the hitbox of the bear is actually pretty strong. But it's that's about it, right? It's big, but only if you're like on the other side of the stage when you use it. If I'm on this side of the stage with them, I can't really move it without also having to like be off stage, and that's just a weird position to be in, right? So like it gets really weak when you're on the same half of the stage as the opponent. If you run to the other side of the stage and then use it right here, it's a lot easier to push the mountain into them. But then the opponent, you know, the hitbox is just really weak. The opponent can easily just like, you know, just jump over it, I guess, yeah. Being able to act out of it is really good, obviously. And like, you know, you can also do that too. So, I don't know. Okay, yeah, let me see what the hitbox are. Oh my god, what are with the sirens? Dude. Do they know? I don't know what's going on out there. Okay. Yeah, let me control Mario here and try and wait, I don't have the control thing. I don't have the thing. Alright, let me turn that on. Alright. Yeah, the Condor is actually somehow weaker than the normal hit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hi, Purple Ghost. Hello. Yeah. This one's either D tier or C tier, I think. It's not F tier, I don't think, because like you don't the opponent doesn't need to be off stage for this to work. And if they're at mid to high percents, it can be kind of hard to dodge this whole entire thing, right? But I don't know. Initially I had this marked down as a C tier, but is it? Yeah. I feel like it's not that much better than PK Starstorm, right? Now remember that we are judging these in a competitive environment where the stage size is usually small, so I'm gonna put him in C tier, but towards the bottom, personally. But it doesn't really matter where in the tier it is, you know. Yes, you can hit someone more than one time, but it's pretty easy to dodge and like not die from it. So, all right, now we're up next. Sheik time. I like Sheik's Final Smash. Honestly, I think it's really cool looking. If we were going off of vibes, I think this would be like top 10 or something, which is funny considering it's a cutscene Final Smash, but. Dude, this is so cool, and I really like that the knockback is behind where you're facing. It's a little bit different, right? It does a lot of damage. It KOs. Does it guarantee KO at 100? I wasn't sure if that was a thing. Let me see. You mean like 100 total damage or something? No, I don't think this is one of those insta KO ones. That was only Zelda, yeah. I guess that wouldn't have shown it anyways. But yeah, no, this is it's a strong Final Smash. Plenty strong. Let me look at my notes here. The thing is, you don't really have. It's a little bit hard to hit. It's not that hard to hit, honestly. It's how do I describe this? Well, I mean, let me look at my whatchamacallit, the combos. Doink doink. Yeah, 60% is a lot, but there's a lot of Final Smashes that do like between 50 and 70%, you know. So like, you know, if you land with a Nair, instantly B tier, right? That instantly makes a Final Smash B tier, right? And like, let's say you're like, I don't know, you're on this side of the stage or whatever. You land with Nair. Oh, yoink. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oops, you're dead, buddy. But how consistent are these combos, right? Because one thing I found is that, well, for one, Sheik actually kind of sucks at destroying the Smash Ball. And because of how it's like one of those really skinny, long activation boxes, it's a lot harder to combo into it from consistent methods, right? I'm not really well versed in Sheik combos, so I don't really know what the heck's going on with this character. Like, I imagine if you had, yeah, down tilt could work too. But yeah, not really a lot of super consistent combos. But you know, Sheik's also a really combo-oriented character. Yeah, landing fair, that works too. Landing Nair, all that stuff. Landing aerials into Final Smash, that's good. But I'm gonna put it in B tier for sure. I think it's just very similar to all the other B tiers, you know? Strong, decent combos, just not crazy. Cool. I'll put this above. I'll put this higher than Luigi because I think it looks cool. I guess Luigi's down there now. Whatever, dude. Whatever. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. We're getting somewhere. Do I even like really need to say anything here? Is there even any purpose in me like saying anything here? No, let me just oops. 70% easy, yeah. A lot of people have it in this own tier, right? Yeah, I have seen some videos of which characters can avoid Zelda's Final Smash. So let's say, like, even if you can avoid it, you can just kind of, like, do that, right? You hit them with anything, get them in a somewhat weird spot, and, yeah, I don't know, like... Do I really need to spend a lot of time? Everyone already knows Zelda's Final Smash is insanely good, right? The only question is, does it deserve its own tier, or is it S tier with everything else? In my opinion, is that I think it's a little bit overkill to put it in its own tier, but I think it's probably one of the better ones. I don't know. Does she really deserve her own tier? Because like, you have to remember, like, some Final Smashes in A tier are better than other Final Smashes in A tier, right? Like, I don't know. So I'm just gonna put it at the top of S tier. I don't think it needs its own tier. I think it's, yeah, whatever. Whatever. It's insanely good, right? It's insanely good. So yeah. All right, done Dr. Mario, and then Marth time. Marth time move. All right. So I'm so curious. What do we think about Marth's Final Smash? This is another vibe one where if we were going off of vibes, this would be high, just because I think insanely powerful Final Smashes like this, that's just so funny, right? It's so strong. I'm pretty sure this will KO from basically anywhere. Yeah, no, if you get hit with this, you're dead. But the thing is, it's not very easy to hit. Like, sure, it's super reactable. Let me see, like, there are combos into it, right? But not really. That's the thing, right? The activation period is so long that even a lot of things that would be combos aren't really combos anymore, right? Like, let me at least make the percent a little bit higher, right? Because it's really hard to actually land this at 0%. Yeah. No. Falling Nair does not work because the activation period is so long. Isn't that insane? There's like no easy way to get this final smash I found. Let me see. Like I'm gonna be holding air dodge or whatever. Just I kind of just want to get an idea, you know, of the combo potential, but I just found that, yeah, basically nothing really combos into it. This is like such a strong final smash, but it's so inconsistent because it's just so hard to land, right? Having a final smash that's so hard to land is not the best. Yeah, let me try forward throw here. Nope. Nope, does not work. Again, too slow. This is why, personally, I'm thinking a B tier, right? If you hit this final smash, you take their stock, no matter what, no question. But it's so inconsistent to actually land the final smash compared to all these other final smashes here. Like all these final smashes, it's so easy to land them. It's so easy to land these final smashes, and they KO above 0%, but not that high above 0%. So that's why I think these are B tier, right? They're super strong. They're just not easy to land. If anything, I could even see the argument for these being C tier because of how easy it is to dodge them. But no, I think you're gonna struggle to land this final smash. You're gonna struggle, dude. Because we're looking this from a practical perspective, right? Like, you need heavy mix-ups, and that's kind of the only way to land this final smash. You can't do anything safe. You can't guarantee anything. It's just... And think about all of the final smashes that KO at like 25% or higher, right? This KO is at 0% from anywhere, but a lot of these KO at like 25% from most places, right? That's not really that big of a difference. So I think Lucina's is a little bit better than Marth's because I think her more consistent hitboxes could make it a little bit easier to combo into. But yeah, I think this is the range we got. I'm just gonna leave it at B for now, but you know, yeah, because like for these more inconsistent ones, I can totally see them being a lower tier just because of how hard it is to land, right? But whatever. Let's go to the whatchamacallit, the links, the other links. You don't die if you whiff it if you hit B again to cancel the attack, so it's at least safe in that way, but I think the thing is, Marth's Final Smash is crazy in concept, but in application, it's not as powerful, right? Okay, these Triforce Slash does not suck. Oh my god. Triforce Slash. That's a true combo. That's a true combo right there. He's just dead. He was at 0%. I grabbed him at 0%, somewhat close to the ledge. And also, guys, remember, Link has this aerial. Link has this aerial right here. Link has this aerial. This KO's so early. This KO's so early. You can't air dodge that because there's an activation hitbox. Down throw works. Whoa. Well, it doesn't matter that it's so small if you just combo into it. Also, it's not even that small because it's so fast, right? Like, sure, it doesn't work in that range, but I'm not trying to use it in that range. I'm trying to combo into it. And yeah, Link has a lot of things that can help you combo into it. Sure, you can't just use it from anywhere, but let's say I land a down throw. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. Down throw just worked. Down throw works way more than you would think, guys. And not just down throw. Look at that. Boom. Bam. Down tilt. Right? Down tilt's insane. And obviously you have projectiles too. Yeah. You have side B right here. If I hit that and boom. Oh, well, if I don't suck at the game. If I hit, boom. And let's say this is the hit that comes back, right? And then they get hit. Boom. They got popped up. If you are good with your projectiles, you can see that coming. Well, that helps you too. So not only do you have like a lot of projectiles to work with, yeah, bomb combos too, you know? Again, if you don't suck. But guys, here's the thing though, man. Toon Link is... We're going to get to Toon Link. We're going to get to Toon Link, don't you worry. These two characters are actually a lot more different than you think. I didn't jump as high that time. Because it does work if you... Let me see. I think I need to like do an instant double jump. I think it's like DK. Hold on. It's a little bit difficult. Yoink. Guys, oh, we need to remember. All these tilts. These are good kills. Or good tilts. Down tilt? And yeah, drag down fair obviously will work too. I'm pretty sure forward throw would help too. No, it won't. Never mind. Yeah, it'll have the same consistencies because this Final Smash is very skinny. But like, Young Link just has so many ways to like get right here, right? Get into this range. And the Final Smash is just so small. Right there. See, you can't really air dodge that as well. So yeah, that's okay. That's instantly at least A tier for me. But here's the thing: is it actually? No, it can't be S tier, right? Link he just has so many ways to combo into this Final Smash, but I'm gonna put it at the top of A tier for now. If I decide that there's a lot of Final Smashes I think are too good to be in A tier. But like I don't want them to be up in I don't want them to compare it to like these three I mean. I will make a tier specifically for these three and then make an S tier for characters like Young Link. Actually, you want to just do that? Want to make a tier for like the broken ones like Zelda and them and then save S tier for extremely strong Final Smashes with great combos? Because if I do that, I'll probably put DK up there as well, right? No, if you're too near the enemy, it does still work. Okay, actually, before we get into any judging... Yeah, okay. Actually, no. Beforehand, I'm going to do that. SS tier. Click me! SS tier. Let's do that. I think we oughta, you know? These are ones. These are like the Final Smashes that you just kind of can't deal with, right? So then that would put these three in S tier. I think that's fair, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think that works. But like, you see, this is where it gets harder because a lot of Final Smashes are kind of the same, but there's like small nuances that change them. But I'm gonna keep it like this for now, and then I'm just gonna show you Young Link, or not Young Link, Toon Link. Where's that guy? There he is. Yeah, I feel like okay, so here's the thing about we're going back to the Star Fox characters real quick. I definitely agree that Wolf's Final Smash is the best of the three, right? Using my cursor here. I just wonder if the difference is enough to warrant it being an entirely different tier, right? Because they all have similar combo potential into their Final Smash. Wolf's is stronger, but not by like a too much, right? It's not by like 1,000,000,000% more. But at the same time, it's about the same strength as these three. And its consistency. So maybe I will put this in S tier. Put these at A tier. And I think that's fair, actually. Yeah, I think we can do... Because these are so easy to land and strong enough. So I think if you can like... Wolf has so many easy combos into it. So yeah, I think we can do this. Yeah. Okay, we're making our changes here. Okay, now let's get back to Toon Link here. It's a little bit different. Toon Link's is, it's a little bit weaker, Toon Link's is, but not by that much. So like, let's say I land with Nair. There's the activation hit. It's got the terrible sound effects, of course, but it's still insanely strong. These are both extremely strong final smashes, y'all. But what about throws, right? Can't really do down throw because it sends you behind, right? Forward throw works a little bit for like, you know, somewhat lower ranges. But like, what if I DI upwards, right? Let me do this, DI upwards. Doesn't land. And it's the same thing as all the other examples, you know, you can change up how you DI and makes it a mix up and whatnot. Toon Link still has really good ways to hit this final smash, right? He has ways. He has falling aerials, he has tilts, he has projectiles, but he doesn't have a grab or throw, and it's still technically weaker, right? Difficult to use. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like if we were comparing this to Young Link's, I think Young Link's has to be better, right? Because, and just with how it works with this toolkit, they're both pretty similar. They're both very similar. Toon Link's is just a little bit weaker, but Toon Link also has fewer ways to like. No, let me say. See, this is where it gets really hard. Down tilt definitely works. Up throw doesn't seem to really work. Nope, this is too slow. It's too slow. Yeah, they really do have so many ways to force you in the shield, and you know, even if they're both very strong. Zera also works, for sure. I'm not saying Toon Link has a lack of combos into his final smash, right? Toon Link has plenty of ways to combo. I just feel like throws, grabs, and stuff are a really valuable, consistent way to get an attack. I just wonder if it's enough to warrant a tier difference, right? Because, like, is it really, you know, worth a tier difference? Oops, wrong button. And you hit boom, and that works too. Yeah, a lot of ways to hit it. I think Young Link's is better overall, but I still feel like, yeah, and overall, Toon Link has a better combo game. I think Young Link has better specifically for final smashes, but I don't know. It's just, this is just another one of those examples where it feels weird to have it at a different tier, but I also think it just, again, goes to show you how different these are, or how close the tiers are in terms of actual strength. Toon Link's kills for sure, but like Young Link's also kills. Young Link's kills earlier, actually. What was the exact number? It's only a difference of like 4%, right? Which isn't that much, but Young Link's is better. Yeah, I agree. I feel like with Toon Link's kit, it's just. It's still very strong because Toon Link, again, has so many ways to land it, but it's just a little bit less than Young Link has. And Young Link is just not only a little bit stronger, but yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know. I think leaving it in a separate tier is fine. S tier is for like, I think S tier is going to would be an A tier, but has one small factor that makes it a little bit better. If that's what we want to do, right? So A tier and S tier is really just a difference of like one factor. I think that's kind of the idea that I want here. See, Captain Falcon's is strong. He has a bajillion combos, throws, and all that stuff. Wolf is like one factor different from these two in that, or I guess technically two, in that he's stronger and it just meshes well with his kit more. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that. And we get to move on to a fun character, a very fun character, dude. Let's go again. Yeah. Okay, Ganon's final smash is It's just so good. It's so cool. It's not as strong as you'd think though, right? You know, Link's Final Smash KO's way earlier than Ganondorf's. Which is funny, you know, you'd think Ganondorf's would be stronger, but Ganondorf's final... Wait, does it actually have infinite range? I did not know that. I mean, obviously you can't really test that here, but that's cool. But yeah, here's the thing about Ganondorf's Final Smash. You grab them, oh, you're dead. you just down throw them. You just down throw them and they're dead, right? Ganondorf uses down throws all the time because the activation hitbox is fast and extremely big, super big. If you down throw an opponent, they die. And yeah, there's spikes too. The spike is really strong. If let me see. Actually, hold on. I'm pretty sure the spike will KO you at 0%. If it's not really something you can reliably guarantee, but it is a thing. Yeah, that'll easily KO at 0%. So yeah, no, this Final Smash is like, if this was on a character that was faster. I don't know though, because like the fact it's not like it's a super insane Final Smash. It's just with everything Ganondorf has, you do a flame choke. The only thing that this doesn't cover is a tech roll backwards, right? If you're feeling funky about it, I guess you could do. If you didn't actually, if you well, let me space it correctly here. This could be funny too. If you're like able to edge cancel it. Oh, hold on. I love the spike hitbox so much. You know, edge canceling is a thing, right? Oops. That's so cool. Yeah, no, okay, Ganondorf just has so many combos into his Final Smash. He has so many, and they last forever, dude. Down throw. It's almost 100%. If you land a down throw, they're dead. They're dead in real life, probably even. So the question is, does that make it an S tier if you can basically always land it? You don't even need the combo, obviously, if you just do that too. It's got like the benefit of being able to be used in a long distance, but it also combos into itself super easily. Like, I just don't know. Like, obviously you have falling nair too, right? You hit the first hit in nair, and wow, wait, they actually grab ledge. That's insane. If you do it above stage, at least. Like, yeah, I don't know. This feels like an S tier Final Smash on a character that just isn't usually S tier, you know? It's yeah. All right, see you later. Thanks for hopping in. All right, yeah, Ganondorf is an S tier, I think. It's everything works with him. It just happens to be that it's on a character that otherwise underperforms, you know. All right. So far, honestly, the Zelda Final Smashes have been doing pretty good. You know, we got the Trinity right here. That's pretty cool. Past 150%. That's insane. All right, let's go to. It's Mewtwo next. All right. This one's interesting, right? It's kind of a slow hitbox, but it's big. It's a big one. There are ways to combo into it. You know, down throw works. You, like, see right there, I was able to air dodge. I'd probably be able to jump away too. Actually, let me see. See, I jump. If I jump and air dodge, that's cool, right? But I'm pretty sure this just straight up goes through air dodge. Let me see. No, okay, not quite. So down throw doesn't quite work. And maybe it works at higher percentage. Let me try that again. It's a little shaky. I'm clearly moving, right? So there's probably like the perfect way to move. Yeah, you can nair chain too, yeah. Well, I messed up the input, but yeah. You have ways to combo into this. It has pretty good coverage too, and it looks insane, but that's not what we're judging here. It's strong too. It's actually pretty strong. Not super strong, but it's pretty strong. So you can't land with a Shadow Ball because the Final Smash takes the special spot. So, but yeah, landing aerials, they all work. You have a lot of ways to combo into it, but not like a lot of insane ways. Like you can use that disabled too, right? I mean, this is either B or A tier, right? It's not gonna be lower than B tier, but I feel like, let me see. I'm pretty sure it doesn't hit behind Mewtwo. Oh my, just a little bit, huh? Wait, that's actually kind of funny. How much does it hit behind by? Whoa! I mean, I don't really know how that'll help for combos, but that's actually good to know. I mean, obviously I'm not going to be ranking the sounds and visuals and stuff. That's too subjective. I think it's just way less interesting to rank. Maybe I'll do that one day if enough people want me to rank based off vibes. Just have a chill stream where we just look at all Final Smashes and see how cool they are. But for this, I wanted something a little bit more practical just to start off with. Okay, so I'm just thinking right now. Because in my tests, I found that, yeah, down throw does work once you're at past low percents, right? If you're like mid percents or so and you use down throw, yeah, I was buffering air dodge there. I could not act, so that's pretty good actually. Hold on, let's get a little bit higher here. Let's go like 50% or so. No, wow. Yeah, no, I was buffering air dodge, so down throw just works for this Final Smash. Alongside all the other ways to combo into it, right? So, yeah, because like, you know, you have landing nair, obviously, yoink, and you have, you know, landing forward air, or just, you know, anything like that. You have tilts, obviously. No, that one I guess wasn't very true. But then, you know, you also have, like I said, down throw. I really do think having an easy throw to Final Smash combo is super valuable. This might be... Let me see. Yeah, it's like down air. Nair is pretty consistent as well. So yeah. So having a throw combo, landing aerial combo, and being pretty strong, I think... I mean, it's basically the same as all the other A tiers, right? It's not... Yeah, it's definitely not S tier, I don't think. I think low A tier is fair. I think low A tier is pretty fair. I really do think combo ability is pretty important for the competitive environment, and I think Mewtwo has it pretty well, so I'm just going to do that. Cool. We got pretty even spread right now. It's going well. Okay, who's next? It's my boy Roy. We need to get through these. Okay, so let me look at my notes here. Yeah, here's the thing. Roy's Final Smash. It's a lot easier to land than Marth's. Oh no, I'm getting at that high percent. It's weaker than Marth's, obviously, but I was spamming air dodge, not spamming. I was buffering air dodge there. It didn't work. I just did jab into Final Smash. That doesn't work, but okay, that doesn't work either. I wasn't sure which throw combos worked for him. Does he not have a throw combo? I feel like I remember him having a throw combo. Okay, so down throw works at lower percent. So like if you're at like if you're at like 20%, I think. You see, my air dodge barely came out there. Yoink. Back throw. I'm pretty sure back throw technically. I think back throw might work at like 0%, but yeah, he has a lot of 0% combos. That's the thing. But like, you know, only 0%. Like I was at 7% and that didn't work. So he has like in the lower percent ranges, he definitely has no shortage. Oops, wrong button. No, back throw does not work now. But how valuable do we think jab combos are? Because let's be real. If you land a jab, it just does it, right? You just hit one jab and they die. I don't know, because then you land a tilt, and actually, I'm not sure the tilt works. No, not quite. So it's just a little bit less combo potential, but you can B reverse them. I just think you'd air dodge. Oh, that was the wrong way. Yeah, no, I tried to turn around, but like by the time you can actually move, you just air dodge already. Yeah, no, not having a grab is not as good as the other ones, but I also feel like jab and like, you know, falling there and stuff. I think those are kind of insane, right? You have your falling aerials or whatever. Like not all aerials, but being able to pressure shield with jab or anything like that. Actually, let me try that. Let me try. Yeah, if you hit a shield. Let me try that. Yeah, oops. I'm trying to see, because like if hitting shield with a jab covers all options. Oh yeah, okay, that input was a little bit slow, but that worked technically. Yeah, see, when you like bring it back down there, it hits that. It'll probably cover roll away just because of the size. Oh, let me try that. Oops. Okay, it doesn't though. Okay, we almost had something there, but it doesn't catch rolling away. I guess maybe if you're like kissing them like that. Yeah, if you're like really close to Mario when you hit the shield. Okay, so like if you like hit jab from like right here, you can roll away, obviously, right? But if you hit jab from right here, it should cover every option Mario has out of the attack. Because obviously if he jumps out of shield, that's gonna... Okay, maybe not. Maybe, wait, was I slow there? Let me see. Yeah, some characters have different size rolls too, so that matters as well. Okay, yeah, so you can pretty easily jump out. So okay, no real like shield guarantees, but landing a jab and getting a final smash is still pretty awesome. And oof, I don't know though. I kind of had this at A tier, but I guess I was overestimating just how long the down throw worked. It does not work as well as I thought, you know. I guess maybe, hold on, let me see. Maybe if I get like inside of the character. Pause. No, okay, that doesn't work. Yeah, Roy's jab is fast. Let me see. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm sort of like thinking now because it feels like a B tier, but I feel like it's better than Marth and Lucina's for sure because there's actually ways to combo into it. And it's still pretty strong. It's still really strong, right? But is it A tier material when a lot of these A tiers have easy grab free combos? I think it'd be B tier with Sheik, yeah. Should I have a separate tier then? Maybe, because like I could either have a tier, like split B tier in half, right? Have the ones that are inconsistent, and then have the ones that are like up here, very consistent, but just not A tier material. I think I'm gonna leave it at this for now because I think this is gonna start getting a little bit less big once we get past everything else. But I'll think about it. I'll think about it. All right. Let's go to Chrom. Okay, look at this man. Look at this big boy. Here he's a little bit different from Roy, wouldn't you know? Fourth throw does work at lower percents. This one's pretty strong too. It's got pretty decent range. Just another thing, or you know, boom. Jab works as well, right? I think it's alright. I think it's definitely good. I'm trying to remember though. Boop, boop, boop. Does forward throw work that well? I think this is another one of those things where you have a lot of ways to combo into it, but forward air right there, right? It's you know, it's one of those cases where you can just DI differently and change how effective it is. You have so many ways to combo into this, right? It's just like Roy. This is just like Roy, honestly. It has a little bit better range, which is nice, but this is... Wait, does down air or down throw work? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, this in terms of sauce, in terms of vibe, this Final Smash sucks so much ass. But all right, let me see. Yeah, no, this is okay. This is just like Roy. It's different from Roy's, but it's just like Roy's. I'm gonna put this in which tier? It's the same case as Roy, right? You have plenty of jab tilts and stuff like that, but the throw combos are limited, and it is. Where the strength again? Yeah, no, the KO power is basically the same as Roy's. It's really the same. So I don't like it, honestly. I don't really like this Final Smash that much. I think it's lame, but well, let me get Peach up here actually. Yeah, I think this is fair. Great. Third. Okay. Okay, we're getting to something fun. We're getting to something fun here. Wait, are you saying? Okay. I think a lot of people think you get KO'd if you miss Marth. No, you don't. You can just hit B, hit the B button, and it cancels the Final Smash. So, okay. All right, guys. What do we think about Game & Watch this Final Smash? What do we think about this Final Smash here? Yoink! Oops, wrong one. F tier, right? Like, it's so easy to mash out of this, right? It never does anything, right? That's the thing, right? This never does anything. Even at 60% here, I'm technically landing the grab right next to the last zone. It only barely kills there, right? I was mashing pretty hard, but not hard enough, maybe. You guys want to see something really funny? You guys want to see something absolutely funny? 0% here. That's the thing about this Final Smash. Man. No, you can't tech that hit. I'm pretty sure you can't tech that hit. No, there's not even like a tech bubble thing. You just die. Yeah, no, the thing about this Final Smash, if you use it like this and try to get the grab like this, it is not that good, right? It's not very good. However, just like other things we've seen, if you try and like maybe get a combo into it, right? That's not only is that insane damage, right? He's at 0%. Not great KO power, but like if you land a hit into, like if you hit the octopus and then get grabbed, it's a little bit different, right? You're not only at higher percent, which makes it harder to mash, but the octopus can sort of combo into itself there, right? Like that, see? If I hit you from below, if I shark you a little bit and then hit you into the tentacle, you can't mash. It is a little bit specific, I'll say, but like basically what this means is if because like if you use it like in this scenario, you notice how Game & Watch falls back, right? It doesn't make it that great. But if I don't know, this is one of those things where I saw a clip on Twitter of some guy using Final Smash's, you know, Smash Meter with Game & Watch, and I saw him do this tech, right? I saw him do this insane tech, like anywhere from around here. If you're facing away from the ledge, it combos into itself, and you're dead, right? I feel like there's potential with this character. I feel like there's something going on. I feel like there's some kind of sauce, but I just don't know. That was a combo, wasn't it? Right there, that was a combo. Hold on, let me see. If I'm just facing away from the stage. Okay, I could. Let me see. If I'm facing away from the stage at all. Oh, no, if I'm a little bit closer to the ledge. Hold on, if I'm a little bit closer to the ledge and I do that. And like I position myself properly. Yeah, I've been buffering air dodge that entire time. And I couldn't escape that. Right? So not only are you gonna get good damage no matter what, if you use it properly at least, there's potential. I feel like C tier for now, right? I feel like there's some sauce here that a lot of people don't know about, and I feel like there's something that could happen here, right? Wrong one. Yeah, no, this is so cool. I saw that, this was originally going to be like either D or F tier for me, but then I saw that tweet of someone actually using it, and I just thought, I was just blown away. I feel like this is the top of C tier. I never would have thought about that. This is why I want to stress how I just want to stress that I don't know everything about every character. These people are going to be able to like find new things with each of their characters, right? Anyone down here, maybe there's some sauce that I missed, right? But you know, characters up here, maybe these will start getting lower once everyone else catches up, stuff like that, right? So I'm not trying to like be, I want to make like a baseline. You can't really make an effective competitive tier list thing without actually having results, right? I don't know. I want this to be like a sort of baseline sort of thing where you see it, you see this tier list as like a thing, like, oh, this is the general idea where these characters are, and then you can move some characters up or down a little bit as you discover more things. But yeah, I think that's fun. That's fun stuff. Let's go Meta Knight now. Meta Knight, hail! This is the start of an interesting Final Smash where it doesn't actually matter where you land it because it's going to send you to the same exact spot, right? The activation hitbox is decent but not that good, and you always get sent to the center and get launched either way horizontally, right? It's pretty good. It's got solid KO power. Was exactly 25% KO. Yeah, no, that's solid. I'm reading my notes right now. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I agree with that, by the way, Aaron. Like, people, for one, I do think some people try and make their tier list seem more objective than it actually is, but at the same time, I think people assume tier lists are more objective than they actually are. But yeah, Meta Knight has combos. Dash attack. No, dash attack combos into it. That's good. That's really good. Meta Knight has a lot of things going on. Down throw, I'm pretty sure that combo's into it too. Because it's just such a fast activation, right? And like, it's small. The activation is small, but it's like, it's around him. You know, it's kind of like diagonal almost, which works really well with his types of combos. You see, at these percents, you can kind of DI it, but it still works from like, at like lower mid percent. Wait, it goes under the stage? Hold on. Oh yeah, the platforms, that's what you mean, yeah. How tall is it? Whoa, that's a lot taller than I was expecting. Yeah, this can be KO'd around like, what is it, 25% without DI, so it's like, it's about on par with other Final Smashes. The thing is, it loses 0 to death potential in that it's always consistently going to put you right here. Other Final Smashes, you know, let's say you land them at ledge somehow, you get an early KO, that's pretty cool. This type of Final Smash, it always brings you right here, and that's a little bit less cool, but... dash attack... You just use dash attack and they die. Meta Knight is already known for having a really good dash attack. Like I showed before, down throw works for lower percents. And let's just land with anything. Let's assume I landed that up air. The Meta Knight's combo game is insane. And the Final Smash is not weak by any means. I feel like this has to be at least an A tier, right? Like, yeah, I think A tier is fair. I think you can do up air strings into it. I don't really know like what the combos are, because like, the thing is, like, if you hit a lot of up air strings come from dash attack, right? You do that, yeah. I don't know. Is that how it works? I think so. But you know, if you land the dash attack, why not just use the Final Smash, right? So yeah, I'm a big fan of it. It's not like giga incredible, but it's consistent and it's good. I like it. All right, we're getting to something funny. I feel like I've been saying that a lot, but this, I like this one. Dark Pit. Dark Pit's a Final Smash I get told about a lot. When I was bringing up the idea of doing a Final Smash tier list, do you have any idea how many people told me about this? Oh, hello, thank you for joining the stream. Okay, so like, yeah, like, wanna know the thing that I was told about a billion times with Dark Pit? That. Right there. I feel like everyone, I don't know why, I feel like everyone and their mother knows about that combo. Do you want to know the funniest thing about that combo? Do you want to know something that is so funny about that combo? People are always like, oh, it works for all percents, doesn't it? Right, let's get to like 50% or so. Yeah, oh, look at that. That works perfectly well, right? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let me DI up. I just DI'd up. I'm sorry, guys, but it's a good combo throw. At lower percents, it will work. And but yeah, then it becomes a mix-up. Like, I can jump and use it. That works. That's totally cool. But then guess what? Now they can just DI down. Yeah, so like, he has really good early combos into it. A lot, but like, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, you can short hop. You know, this covers a little bit more space, but not as much as you'd think, right? The hitbox is a little bit skinnier than you might want, and then once you get to like even higher percents, the differentiation between DIing up and down just gets even higher. I think the only reason why people bring this up a lot is because it looks cool. It just looks really cool, right? You know? But we've already seen plenty of characters who have good throw combos at lower to mid percents, you know, and other combos. Like, Dark Pit has plenty of combos. He is not lacking in it. Landing there. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. Boom. You know, like, it's fine. It's good, but it's not like what people say it is, where you land a grab and you back throw and you guarantee a win, right? That's just not quite how it works. Even that just barely worked, right? It's not as omnipresent as I guess we'll say, but it is still very good. And that rant was a little bit negative leaning because I wanted to disprove the idea that back throw guaranteed Final Smash, when in reality it's just him being good with Final Smashes, like a lot of characters are. But again, a lot of characters are good with their Final Smashes. So I'm gonna put him in A tier. Very easy to land his Final Smash. It's very powerful too, I think. But yeah, it's not really like a guarantee, like a lot of people think it is. I definitely agree. It's better than It's better than Pits. At least more consistent than Pits. All right, Zero Suit Samus is next. Let's go. Okay, this one is another background one, right? This one is a little bit more interesting, though. Boom. So what do we think about this one, right? 75 almost damage. Yeah, it's like Bowser and Pits, but it lasts longer, which makes it easier to land. You know, you can't really combo. It's like we're basing it off of how it is on its own, right? It's like you can SDI this, right? But you can't, or rather, it's super easy to follow SDI. Like, so let me try SDIing like this side. I can just follow it, right? But then what everyone's bringing up here, right? You can air dodge at the end, and that's the thing. If they are grounded when I hit this, you know, it's the final hitbox is big enough to where you can still hit it, right? You can still hit the final hitbox even if you dodge it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it right here, and yeah, it still hits. Some characters with better ways to escape are gonna be able to, you know, actually escape it, but the final hit is still big enough that it'll actually catch it. There is a sour hitbox outside, though, unfortunately. Spot dodge. No, the spot dodge will be even worse, I guarantee it. Let me see. Yeah. The final hit is big and lasts a while, which covers that, right? It's just a shame because the first part of that final hit is actually really strong. But the fact that you can consistently dodge is, I don't know, dude. It's solid. It's super solid. It's so easy to land this Final Smash. I'm gonna bring up level 9 CPU again. We already know that they're trash, though. But it's so easy to track them. The laser is huge. You're probably gonna hit them at least once. And as long as you keep your crosshair over them a little bit, you're gonna deal a lot of damage, and you're probably, for most characters, going to hit the final hit. So, I don't know. I feel like it's at least a B tier in the sense that it's, you know, you don't have to do anything to land it, really. You just use it when you get it, and most characters are probably gonna get hit eventually, and you can just sort of follow them when they're in the laser. So, it's at least a B tier in my opinion. The thing is, I feel like it'd be kind of strange because, like, oh, here, hold on. Actually, let me go back to the SDIing and air dodging up. Okay, let me see. Wow, that really didn't break it. Okay. That could maybe work. I don't know. It's really hard to test that while like using my other controller to actually follow the SDI because, you know, I am. Oops. Because here's the thing, like anywhere you SDI, Zero Suit Samus can just follow where you SDI. It's really not that hard to like try and keep the crosshair towards the center of where the opponent is, you know? So here's what I want to test, right? We've already established that it's pretty easy to get hit into the laser. It's just that it's also easy to dodge that first punch of it, but you still get hit by the other half, the sour spot, yes. So what I want to see here, which I kind of neglected to test, is what is the KO power? Let me see here. So like I'm gonna be dodging the final hit, right? I'm gonna hit. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I forgot. Right. Oh my God, Zero Suit sucks. Okay. Hold on. I'm fumbling with two controllers here. It takes more brain power to do this type of testing than you'd think. So I'm gonna angle it here. Boom. I'm gonna dodge. I don't know. Wait, I feel like now that I'm at higher percent, the knockback is... Yeah, no, like now that I'm like past 30% when I first get hit, the knockback from like the final multi-hit to like the blast is... Okay, no, never mind. But it still KOs, right? It still KOs at 30 without... Okay, so like... From all Final Smash standards, that's still pretty good, right? I think at least a B tier. So like... I don't know, if you can easily escape it with proper SDI and stuff, I would need to see the video of that happening. Because like... I don't see how Zero Suit couldn't just follow you when you're SDI, you know? I'm gonna keep it at B tier. I really do think it's good to have that easy damage that you can just do anywhere else. I think it's better than these two, but I don't know. Yeah, you can send it to me on Discord. I'll watch it later. Not later after the stream, but like when I take a break, I'll watch it just to see, and I'll come back to that. Hello, Viking. Oh, I was burped, sorry. That was disgusting. Alright, let's just move on to Wario for now. I think B tier is fine for Zero Suit Samus. I think we're all okay with that. Wario is another one that I found had weirdly inconsistent knockback for his Final Smash. I didn't really keep full track of that at some point, but here's the thing. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big Final Smash. Yoink, that's pretty far. It's not that slow either. Let me open up my note. Hold on. Yeah, so, I think pretty sure down throw just works on this. Oops. It's just harder because you need to do like a turnaround. Oof, and I suck at turnarounds like that. Without doing, you know, side special. Yeah, I agree. Like, if we're going off of vibes, this... Yeah, this is just worse than the other one. It's so unfortunate, dude. This is just so much worse than the other versions, but... Okay, we're thinking about it. I remember being able to... Yeah, if you can do a turnaround Final Smash after down throw, it actually does combo pretty well at, like, lower to mid %. It's a little bit riskier because it's not the easiest thing to do, but I guess if you're in the competitive sphere, you should be able to get good anyways. And, you know, Wario has, like, all his combos anyways. Wario's good for combos. Wario's good for combos. You know, falling near. That's the thing. So he's in a position where he has falling aerials, some grabs to an extent, and, you know, it's strong. This is a strong Final Smash. KO's around, like, 25% or so, and it deals a lot of damage. And it's got good range as well. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think it's just... This is kind of like the same idea as all the other A tiers we've had, right? It's... Like, everything here, like, you know, good combo potential. Not insane, but, like, not only not this level, but good combo potential, good KO. Yeah, I guess this would be A tier, wouldn't it? I just don't really like this Final Smash because I don't like what it took from us. This is, like, another one of those Final Smashes that was just ruined in the shift. you know, into being more Smash Meter friendly or whatever. But it's a good Final Smash. It's really good. I don't think it's above Toon Link at all. No, I think it's probably towards the bottom of A tier. And now we go to Snake. Home place America. Alright, so this Final Smash is interesting. How many missiles you hit depends on how many, like how many you can actually get locked on. If you hit all 5, it's I don't know, it varies. This one varies a lot, I feel like. But one thing I found is that, yeah, it's pretty easy to dodge. It gets points obviously for being able to activate whenever, and it's not hard to actually lock onto the character, I feel. In some scenarios like that, it can KO at 0% if you get hit by the first missile, or like, you know, anything else works out in its favor, but yeah, it can be air dodged surprisingly easily. I don't know. One thing, it's just, remember that we're testing this at 0% right now, right? I feel like it's hard to dodge, like, the tracer hitbox, I guess you'll see, like, you know, like, it's hard to, like, not get, like, locked down to at least, like, 2 or 3 missiles, right? And when those missiles come down, though, I feel like I've noticed that sometimes it's, oh, spot dodge the first 2, huh? I'm gonna try that, So yeah, like, let's do that right there. Yeah, that's not great. Let me increase the. Oops. Let me give me. Okay. Let me increase the percent a little bit more, just make it fair, right? Like obviously, not all Final Smashes KO that percent. So let's do 40% here. Oh, I forgot to hit the first one. Nah, it's not even that good. I kind of screwed up dodging it, but if you just stay grounded. Like, we have to remember, you do get bonus points for being able to use it at equal effectiveness from anywhere, but... Oh. If you... You can't really, like... I don't know. I think once I get past the Brawl characters, I'm going to take a quick break, so I'll probably watch the video when I get to that point, Aaron. Yeah, I'm gonna just focus all my attention on trying to dodge this. Wait, ooh, that one kind of sucked. I think maybe it was a skill issue. I could have just air dodged later, but I don't know. This one's really inconsistent. I feel like there's a lot of counterplay to it. So personally, I feel like if you get hit by one missile, like you fail to dodge just one missile, it can pretty easily combo into another and get decent KOs. I feel like it can't be worse than Ice Climbers, right? I feel like it can't be worse than Ice Climbers. I feel like it is C tier though, right? Because it's just really inconsistent, easy to dodge and stuff, but... I'm going to put it in C tier here for now. I think that's fair. Okay. Actually, we get to Ike next. I'm willing to put Snake in D tier if I like that. Okay, that's one of those things where if in practice it's different from in theory more than I was expecting. I think Snake could easily be either D or B tier depending on how likely the missiles are to hit. But right now I think C tier is fine. You know, like it's easy to dodge, but can be effective if not dodged properly. So yeah, let's move on to Mr. Ike boy. We like Ike. Oh my god, 2.5 hours. Alright, so look at the spreadsheet, do whatever you need to. Ike's. Here's the thing about these Final Smashes, right? You hit them anywhere, you get to the same spots, and the actual knockback happens at the center bottom of the stage, right? We already know this. On Battlefield, there is a platform right here. That automatically makes it stronger on Battlefield. Like if you're on Battlefield and you land a Final Smash, you're KOing like 20% earlier at least, right? Yeah, I have it in the stats. I'm pretty sure it's actually like 20% earlier, right? So, I don't know, dude. Let me look at the combos I have. Yeah, no, down throw actually works, doesn't it? Yeah, down throw does work. Let's see. Let's go to like 50%. I'm curious what the combo is again at 50%. Oops. Yeah, the activation is fast and it's actually a lot bigger than you'd think. So that combo is even at mid%. And you know, you got your usual landing aerials, right? Like you land with a nair and then you hit it again. Yeah, it is. Sorry, it is really easy to land this Final Smash, huh? Oof. Let me drink some water real quick. Yeah, your opponent could ban Battlefield, but I'm pretty sure on Hazardless Smashville, there's still a platform like in the center here, which is, you know, it's still going to increase the KO %. And also, having to ban an entire stage just for this one character, it is something to consider, you know? It is something to think about. And even without that, this KO is at like 20%, right? That's pretty early still. That's still really early by all other standards. So let's see, like, yeah, okay. You know, down throw, easy peasy, running squeezy. Yeah, this is at least A tier, I think. I think on Battlefield this is technically S tier, but because you can ban Battlefield, I think I'm just gonna put it in. I don't know. It just kind of sucks that I have to like work with that inconsistency. Oop. Hold on, I turned on my stream. Oh yeah, but like I feel like if we were just looking at it in general, in the best scenario that you can imagine, on Battlefield, Ike's is S tier because you can down throw into it. You can use basically any landing aerial or tilt into it. The activation hitbox is large and is strong. It's pretty awesome. Outside of Battlefield, the KO potential is a little bit less, which makes this, I don't know. I feel like the KO potential is closer to these two, but it also has a little bit better combo potential, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna put Ike in A tier for now, I think. Yeah, I think A tier. Also, J000, we're thinking about Final Smashes in a practical environment. In a practical environment, you're not just throwing out the Final Smash and out of nowhere. You're usually trying to combo into it. And when you try and use any type of combo, like tilts or grabs or anything, these Final Smashes are insanely good. So that's how that works. Bowser. Okay, you're asking about this. This is just cropped a little bit. There's a lot of characters over here on the side that are just cropped off a little bit. It's just, yeah. Yeah, I think Ike's in A tier works. We're almost done Brawl characters. Isn't that exciting? Let's go to Pokemon Trainer. Yay! No, I have not ranked Olimar yet. Olimar will be coming up pretty soon. And actually not too soon. Boom. Okay, so this Final Smash is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty strong at the very least, you know? Or, I don't know, actually. Hold on, let me look at... Skibidi skibidi toilet, skibidi skibidi. Brain rot. Okay, so like the thing is, the KO potential of this Final Smash isn't necessarily that high, but basically anything can combo into it, right? Because like even if it's not a true combo, you can still combo into it. This is honestly, this is basically just Samus's and Zero Suit Samus's. It's a little bit more limited, but not by that much. And for any character, like if, like, let's just say Charizard has a hard time comboing into it, you just switch to a character that can combo into it. Yeah. You know, these characters just, they have it all, you know? Like, there's just so much potential with this. It's not as strong as a lot of other Final Smashes, right? Like, if I use it at, like, 0% or something. I don't know, like right here, right? 1%. You can't really SDI that well. Oh, dude, that almost KO'd, but I had perfect DI. It's so easy to land this Final Smash. And it is actually surprisingly powerful. Huff Tilt Final Smash. Wait, I was at lower percent. I think this is S tier. I don't know. I think this is S tier just because it's still really strong. Like, the knockback growth is small, but that also means that, like, if you get to the ledge at 0%, you can actually KO pretty easily. So what that means is, and like you're working with technically so many characters with so much combo potential. I think they're in S tier, probably bottom S tier, but I think that's where they belong. I keep saying I want to get by through this quicker. It's just, yeah. Let's just go to Diddy Kong now. Diddy Kong's is funny. All right, so before we talk about Diddy Kong, I want everyone's thoughts beforehand. How strong is Diddy Kong's Final Smash, do you think? No combos, obviously, or there's technically some combos, but not really. It's one of those Final Smashes that you just use and stuff happens, you know? It's like that. So, like, actually, let me try that. Technically, that combos, I guess. Oof. That's, I love how in chat I just got two exactly opposite responses. Someone says this Final Smash is very bad, the other person says it's very strong. Yeah, so, like, if you're, like, anywhere near someone, I'm in this position. I feel like it's also really heavily RNG based, right? Like if I were to use, yeah, I'm gonna try that actually. I'm gonna try and use the Final Smash from the exact same spot, no moving anything, and I feel like the outcome will be different each time. Good to do like that type of launch angle. That makes sense. Well, thanks for stopping in, Pika. I really appreciate it. Yeah, right here, I'm getting carried all the way to the other blast zone, and that makes it stronger, right? That makes it way stronger. It's totally RNG based. Because, like, sometimes you'll get a pattern that keeps it towards the center, which makes it weaker. Other times you'll get carried to the blast zone, and then you'll get KO'd way earlier, and that's just not as... That's just, like, you know, different. It's just different. So, like if you're, like, near the opponent, like, I don't know, maybe they, you know, tripped on a banana or something. You know, like any type of normal combo, it does make it stronger. But then, you know, the pattern there is weird, and I kind of fell out of it. It's still, I feel like it's still really strong though, because I technically don't need to combo anything at all. I can just use it whenever I want. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Consistently good, inconsistently insane is a good way to put it. So like, I think it's at least an A tier in that sense, right? But, dude. If you try and combo into it, right? There are combos into it. And that, it's still RNG based, but like... Ooh. You see, I'm getting hit a little bit less, dragged into a better spot, but... It's still super strong. You don't even need to do anything. So yeah, I think Diddy Kong is A tier. I think it would be S tier if it was more consistent, but I don't know. Does Diddy Kong deserve to be S tier if I can just use it anywhere and get pretty good damage, or should it just be A tier because of... I think A tier is pretty fine, but... I don't know, because S tier, I feel like it could be S tier. This is one of those ones where, in theory, it's inconsistent, right? Because you can fall out of it sometimes, things can just not work out, but... These were getting pretty consistent KOs even at like 30% or something, right? 30, 25%. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it in A tier, the top of A tier, like borderline S tier. but it's just a little bit less consistent than I would like, you know. But it's still super good. And now we get to Sonic. Oh wait. Now we get into Sonic, dude. Actually, yeah. Wait, I should put Pokemon Trainer higher up. I think Pokemon Trainer is probably like maybe the top of S tier. I'd say. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Maybe like he's still really good. It doesn't really matter actually. Remember, these aren't like exactly ranked in the tiers, right? Like it's not super exact. It's more like approximations, like halves, right? But yeah, let's go to Sonic real quick. Let's just get this out of the way. Yeah, Sonic's is This one's funny. This one's so funny. Yay! I'm not making any inputs here, right? Now let me try making inputs here. Oh, it's hard to do it all. So like, okay, you can basically air dodge through it. You can get KOs with this, right? Like if they're like high enough percent and they get hit right there, they can get KO'd. It's, you know, not like they're gonna guarantee dodge it, but like we've seen other Final Smashes, just because you can get a KO with it doesn't mean it's good, because any Final Smash can get a KO. Super Sonic is... Okay, I don't actually like the Sonic series, so I'm not going to say anything. But... the final hit can kill, but I don't think anyone's ever going to land the final hit. Like, who's gonna fall into the final hit here? Like, it just stall in the air, right? This can only go so high. So any character that gets hit high up there without getting KO'd, they can just, like, stall in the air for a little bit. Because the Final Smash doesn't last that long. Yeah, like, there's an initializing hit, too. That's pretty good. See? Oh, that only just barely didn't work. I think if I used my inputs a little bit better there, I would have completely dodged that. Yeah, the outro animation. Who's gonna get hit by the outro animation too? See, like, he's like, sure, like now you're in a bad situation, Sonic could just like up air you or whatever, but most characters can stall easily. There's not really like a lot of specific use cases, anyways. Yeah, I think we already know this is F tier. I think it's better than Puffs, but that's about it. Okay, actually, wait. How strong is the activation hitbox exactly? That's what I want to see now. That's what I'm curious about now. Oh, not that strong actually, at all. Like that could probably KO around like 150,000%, but as we already know. Yay, Supersonic style, yeah. Like at higher percents, it's a little bit better, but you know. Alright, I'm willing for this to be D tier, by the way, if like in practice it's a little bit better than that, but at the same time I could see Puff being D tier in certain scenarios, so I'm going to keep it like that. And move on to the next character. We're almost done Brawl characters. I've only got 4 more. I need to debate whether or not I want to split the stream in half, because we're barely like halfway through the cast and I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Alright, let's just get to DD. Yeah, this has taken way longer than I was expecting. But I was also half expecting it to take a while, because there's just a lot to talk about, you know. I keep spending too much time on each character, right? So here, I'm gonna give an example of me being fast, right? King DDD has a lot of combos into this Final Smash, and this Final Smash is very strong. Like the hitbox is bigger than it looks. Down throw works on it so much. You got Gordo play, you got falling aerials, all that. You have a lot of ways to combo into this Final Smash. That KO'd at 0%. Alright, boom. Do it. Down throw, boom. Can't air dodge. Anything like that. And by the way, you can jump after using down throw in order to land into this Final Smash. This is just an insanely good Final Smash. It's super strong. A lot of ways to combo into it for pretty consistent, you know, durations. It's basically DK's Final Smash. We can think of it like DK's Final Smash. And yeah, that's tier. Cool. I'll let him have fun with DK. Alright. Cool, that was quick. Let's go. Woo, let's do that for everyone else. Actually, we can't because now we're getting to unique final smashes. Okay, Olimar. 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 So, we probably know something about this final smash, right? Actually, let me even make the percent really high, right? This deals pretty good percent no matter what. That's pretty cool. And but I can just if I air dodge at the right time there and don't suck at the game. Let me try that again, right? Because you can just air dodge through that and guarantee that you don't get hit. Oh, wait, I got hit by the spike. The spike is surprisingly weak. But here is another example, right? Watch what happens when I hit this. You get buried. When you get buried, that berry lasts for the entire time, and you're almost guaranteed to get actually hit by it. I think a lot of people don't remember that, or just don't even know that the initial thing buries. If you're grounded and close to Olimar, you get buried there. I'm mashing. I am mashing like crazy here. I can't get out, and I'm dead. At like basically no percent. That's something we need to consider, isn't it? Because if you can like, you know, like use a falling aerial like that and get the berry hitbox. Ooh, that is strong. That is super strong. But then that starts working a little bit less at higher percents because like, you know, those combos work less. Like I do a falling aerial, now they're in the air, and when they're in the air I can't bury them. It's polarizing. Everyone does jump against Olimar, sure, but like, you know, okay, so like basically if you're at mid percents, it's gonna be really hard to get that burying hitbox. Let me see. Let me think. I'm thinking of ways to like potentially get the berry from this. Like, this is where I was thinking about the grab release, right? Because if you can do that, if they don't know how to properly mash out a grab release, that's a combo right there, and that works, right? That's insane. But you know, all you have to do in this scenario is mash with jump, and all of a sudden that doesn't work anymore. So yeah. Whew. So if you can like get them buried somehow, this final smash is insane, right? Like let's say, you know, let's say I hit you with a stray aerial at like 0%. That combo is right there. You can't mash out of this. You get hit with a falling hit, you're dead, right? At 0%. But that's like kind of the only way. If you don't hit the burying hitbox, it's almost guaranteed you don't die from this final smash. Plus, it's technically weaker on Battlefield because you can just... Actually, let me show that off. It's pretty fun. The explosion hitbox is pretty big. It's pretty big. Let me go to Battlefield real quick because I'm just kind of curious. Battlefield version Battlefield. Let's go. Yeah, it's right here. Because technically on Battlefield it could be less strong. Because like watch. If I like try to use it in the center at all, it does still hit actually, but it's the weaker hit version of the hit. So like the platforms kind of technically limit how you can use it, which is unfortunate. But you know, if you're Olimar, you can just ban Battlefield, so that's the thing. So basically my idea right now is this final smash is free damage but also kind of worthless at past mid percents. Lower percents, if you land with an aerial, it's a guaranteed KO, right? Those are extremely different. Those are very polarizing, right? So I'm thinking right now, like early mid percents, this is like almost an S tier if it's like just the mid percents, right? Like early percents. You land with any aerial, they die. But then you have any other aerial or any other percent range, and you kind of just can't even use the final smash at all. And then it becomes F tier. So it's got to be like somewhere in the center, right? That's what I'm thinking. C tier. I think it's a C tier final smash because like it has really high highs and really low lows. I think personally, I could see the argument for B tier, but like I personally think C tier. just because if you can get the burying hitbox, it's actually super good. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for now, and I'm gonna move on to Lucario. Oh, this one's interesting. Wait, I'm still in Battlefield. Hold on. I want to go back to whatchamacallit. Yeah, I think in terms of vibes, Lucario's is pretty cool. I like its vibes a lot. But that's the thing. Let me just show this off. Yoink yoink. Whatever. Let's do that. 0% Final Smash. That sucks. It's really not that good. Yoink. So strong. It's so broken with full aura, dude. Oh my god. Yes, no. At full aura, this is busted. Kinda. Like, again, you can dodge this, right? You can definitely dodge this Final Smash. Like if your character has like if you can like stay up in that area long enough, it's good. But for most of the cast, it's hard to like dodge completely, right? And aura, yes, aura affects it. Like, oh my god, dude, it's just so insane. It's just so strong. Yeah, you get meter for being damaged too. So like you're probably gonna be at least like, let's just say like 100%. Actually, no, let's say 80%. You can't combo into it, but that's technically a buff in the sense that you don't need to have good positioning, technically. You can just use it whenever. That's a good thing, remember? And yeah, 80%. It's not insta-KOing, but remember, use at 0%. So let's see, like, let's go to like 25%. Just use it anywhere. Make sure it keeps it on the opponent. It kind of fell out there for a second. If I kept it on him, it probably would have KO'd there. And yeah, like if you manage to get to full aura, yeah, max aura is 180. So let's just say a little bit more realistic. You're at like 110. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I really don't need to be doing this. Basically, if you have a good enough aerial mobility, you can kind of get around it, but not all characters do. It's pretty easy to at least hit someone once. If you have high aura, this is just totally busted. This is so good. It has vertical knockback, so it doesn't really matter exactly where you hit it, so... this is... It's just so inconsistent. Oh, man, dude. Okay. I mean, just open this window. There we go. I feel like if it was less inconsistent, I would put it in S tier. But obviously, given that you can be at low aura and it's kind of useless, it's either A or B tier, right? It's asking too much for you to be at high percent, right? If you are at high percent... It's just so inconsistent, right? But the thing is, Lucario's just kind of tend to be at higher percents, right? At least 70 or so. I think at least B tier. I think B tier is safer for it. I think it's A tier. If we were to like watch VODs of Lucario playing in these Final Smash meter tournament settings, and he happens to almost always get meter when he's at high percent, I think I would confidently put this in A tier. But just thinking of it like normally, I think S tier or B tier for now, right? S tier potential, but yeah, I think B tier. B tier is good. I think people sleep on that one because they don't know that aura affects it. Once you know that aura affects it, it's insane. And lastly, not lastly for the brawl. Yes, no. Lastly for the brawl characters is Rob. Oh, Sonic's Final Smash is definitely that bad. Don't you worry about it. Maybe D tier, but I don't care. It's yeah. All right. It's you. Okay, first off, you can't combo into this because it's just that slow. There's like no hitbox right now. There's just lasers, right? And the lasers aren't always there. And like that lasts a while. It's got good range and duration. It's not totally weak, but oh my god, do you want to know a funny technique, guys? You want to know a really funny technique? You can just use the lasers to cancel your up special to use up special again. It's, I don't know. The lasers actually kind of help you out instead of hurt you. So like you jump when you see it get used, boom. Then you jump again, and then the lasers reset you again. And it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it's not that good. I feel like every character has the ability to dodge it. Like even if I use it right here, right? Like I can only move it so far. You can move it pretty far, but then you get locked into that area pretty quickly. I feel like this is, I don't know. Like if you use it in the air, right? If you use it like here or something, or like not that high maybe, but then you do get better coverage. But then again, like there's just, I just feel like I don't know, dude. I feel like the highest it can be is C tier, right? It cannot be any higher than C tier, but I feel like there's just so many ways to avoid this entirely, right? The more coverage it has. Like if I go to the other side of the stage, but I don't know. It's hard for me to test thoroughly. I think I'm personally going to put it in D tier, if not just because D tier is looking a little bit empty. I'll put it at the top of D tier. I think there's something more to it. I will admit that this is a blind spot. This is the type of Final Smash I would need to see used more just to see what the counterplay is like. But I don't think it's that good. So I think Rob can go very far off stage. Let me see exactly what it looks like when you go farther off stage then. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. I see. You can't use up special immediately out of or you can't use Final Smash immediately out of up special. You need to like cancel it, but oh yeah. I could yeah, there's definitely more coverage when you do that, but it's still very linear coverage. I don't know. I could see this being C tier if like that technique there ends up having better coverage. Again, like I'm very limited in how he thinks Rob's is the worst, huh? I could see that. I could see how that's worse. I'm gonna keep it in D tier for now. I would need to see it. I don't know. I would need to see more concrete counterplay to make it F tier personally, but I could see it being F tier as well. I could see it being, you know, either of the two. And yeah, that was the last of the Brawl characters. There's more characters here. Again, it just gets cut off. Like you can see, like that's just how it works there. But yeah, with all the Brawl characters, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's with 41. No, 40. It's just exactly. Wait. No, it's okay, so like 39. So we're a little bit over halfway done right now. Man, this is gonna take me forever to do, isn't it? Okay, chat. Type 1 if you want me to make this 2 streams. Type 2 if you want me to finish the tier list right now. Oops. The second stream would be tomorrow if I do that, by the way. Same time. I'm not really used to streaming for long periods of time. I'm actually feeling fine right now, but just looking at the roster ahead of me, it's probably going to take me another like 2 or 3 hours, right? And I'm not really opposed to that, but... Wait, which number did I say was... I don't remember which is one now. Oops. Okay, 1 was me taking a break, that's right. Yeah, okay. That's so dumb. Okay, so majority 1. I'm not opposed to splitting this up and doing the rest tomorrow, right? I'll probably save the VOD and stuff. So yeah. And I think that day period will give me enough time to sort of research, what's going on. Research some things that I didn't know. I'll look at the video that Aaron DM'd me, see what's going on with ZSS. Maybe I'll get some DMs or other messages about other tech, and then yeah. So I'll do that. I think probably another 3-hour stream sometime tomorrow, and yeah, it'll be fun. So yeah. So for now we have all this. I'll try and remember this and get this reorganized the same way. Just leave off exactly where we are right now. And yeah, I hope y'all liked today's video and look forward to the rest of it. By the way, for everyone saying no Greninja or no whoever, it's just cut off. It's just cut off. It's just how it is. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you're all learning something new, and I hope you look forward to tomorrow's stream and the full video. I'll leave the VOD up for now. I think I'll leave the VOD up as an unlisted video for now. I'll put it in like some kind of playlist or whatever, and then yeah. All right, yeah. Thanks everyone for joining. Actually, let me look at my stats now. I have not looked at my stream stats at all. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, yeah, I think this turned out pretty cool. This was fun. This was really fun. I'm excited to do this tomorrow too. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll make another community post, all that tomorrow, and I hope to see you again. Same time, by the way, same time. So, yeah. See ya.